high-quality 280 GSM A4 cardstock is ideal for all your paper crafting needs. With 40 sheets, you'll have more than enough to explore and experiment with this great crafting resource. To stock up now, check out www.hochanda.com.
Hello everyone, I've got a minute or two to tell you why you should all be members of Hochanda Freedom. Did you know that with Hochanda Freedom you could be saving on your deliveries every single month? For just £6.97 monthly fee, you'll benefit from unlimited standard delivery, which means the more you spend with us, the more you save. And you know the best bit? You can cancel at any time. Becoming a member of Hochanda Freedom, you'll also be able to take advantage of our exclusive Freedom member discounts, where you can save anything up to 20% on an already fantastic Hochanda price. Freedom members will also receive our exclusive members badge and Freedom newsletter, which will keep you updated with all the goings-on behind the scenes. Look at all these benefits for just £6.97 per month. Over 12,000 of you are already members, and we thank you so much for being part of our family and sharing your crafting passion with us. In fact, I'm going to hand over to you to tell everyone else about your experience with Hochanda Freedom.
I'm a Freedom member, which means I can shop a lot.
It's the discounts and all the special offers you get.
I get special offers, I get special discounts. They tell me when everything's happening. So if there's a special show I want to watch, then it's there. I'm able to just shop when I'd like.
It's just good to have.
But yes, you do save. If you buy like I do, you save.
You see, you could be a member instantly for £6.97 per month with no monthly obligation. So when you want to cancel, you can. Just give us a call or go to our website quoting the item number 88888. So don't forget, you get your unlimited standard delivery, exclusive Freedom discounts, members badge and a members newsletter. So what are you waiting for? Join Hochanda Freedom today and become a member of the growing Hochanda family.
You got a new look. There are Matthew Palmer. Oh, how impressive. Now, it is lovely to have your company. This is it, the launch of a brand new one-day special, and it's already been busy. It is a very special one-day special because a brand new DVD is utterly exclusive. After this, you ain't gonna see it. It has got a limited time run as well. Okay, I'm Matthew. Welcome.
Thank you.
You've had a long old run doing loads of lovely holidays, haven't you?
Yes.
Working holidays.
Yes. Nice painting holiday season's just come to an end. You know, travelling the country, and it's been wonderful to teach people on location. It's been such a good summer as well.
Yeah.
So we've been out and about painting. It's been
fabulous,
super.
isn't it?
It's been
Fabulous.
wonderful.
Now, even though maybe you've just joined us here at Hochanda, if so, then welcome. It's lovely to have your company. Matthew's joined us for some time now and always really busy. Tell us a bit about yourself, Matthew, because obviously a lot of us know you obviously as an incredible established artist, but your teaching background, you've just said your teaching background really does allow people to learn from your DVDs. that something that you've always aspired to do?
I think when I started learning all those years ago, I wanted to be shown how to do it in an easy way, and it was always like being baffled with science, like whoa, you know. So I just so I taught myself, you know, and the stuff I bring to you guys at home, you know, is the stuff that I, you know, have learnt myself through 30 years of picking up a brush. Which is fabulous, and it's definitely do. I tell you what, if you've had, maybe you've been on one of Matthew's holidays, maybe you've already picked up his kits, maybe you've got the book which we have got back in stock actually. First time we managed to get it back in stock since it's sold out. If you've got any of those, we'd love to see your work. We'd love to hear from you. studio@hochanda.com. But of course, it's a brand new one-day special. Incredible £22.40 saving. What do we get in Matthew in this incredible kit? Okay, it's a super price point, by the way. Really good value. And this on its own, you know, I mean, this DVD here, this Amalfi Coastline, this is the one that is a limited edition. It's only here today and tomorrow. This is just for Hochanda. This is exclusive. Can't stress it enough. You won't see it anywhere else, folks. And this has got 145 minutes of watercolour tuition to get you to paint this watercolour that we've got on the actual stand here.
And this is a sin of an author. Crammed with techniques, isn't it?
It is. It's not just one picture. You divide that up. You've got skies, you've got trees, you've got water, you've got mountains, you've got buildings, you've got flowers.
Yeah.
It's designed for you to learn. The techniques are all brand new. Never seen it before, folks. A beautiful little product for you. This.
And that
really
is absolutely gorgeous. And the thing is, once you learn those skills, that's when you start to take it on. When you start to, like on the holidays, well, when you go abroad, you start to look at things different as well, don't you? It's all about learning the skills.
Lots of crossovers in there, you know. You can use the techniques that you'll pick up in this straight away. You'll be straight into your own pictures, and you'll be thinking how you can use this in your own projects, and that's what it's all about. It really is.
Now, not only is Matthew teaching us the skills in this exclusive DVD, but you've also got extra tools. So maybe you've already started building up your tools along with Matthew. Maybe you're just beginning. If so, this is a beautiful collection. So talk us through them, Matthew, because obviously we've got some gorgeous paints in here as well.
We have, and it's the first time we've seen these in a one-day special. These are the newest of the two of my natural collection. These are the skin tones. Now, when you think of skin tones, you think of
portraits.
Portraits, but it's not just for that. It's terracottas, Mediterranean, sepia.
Natural tones.
And there's two there. You've got the dark skin tone and you've got the light skin tone. Now, if you look at my fingers just there, three. You can see that I've obviously got a light skin tone here. But also, if you go in between the fingers, you can see that darkness. And of course, people with dark skin as well. So this is the shadow skin tone, as well as, you know, for people with dark tones. But it's so much more. It's sunsets, it's sunrises, it's buildings, it's autumnal shades. Lovely pair of colours, and that's just the second of the two things you get, because you get the DVD, you get this, but you also get a pack of 5 of the 100% cotton paper. Now, we bring this quite a lot in. This is super quality. 5 large sheets here, folks. You can chop it in half, chop it into quarters. You can work on the back as well.
Marvellous.
You can never have enough of high quality premium paper. 5 sheets.
And with that, with the cotton, I mean, obviously, it's going to give you that fantastic finish, isn't it? Important to work on proper materials.
And it's been tried and tested. You know, I put my name to this, not just because it's a marketing thing, but it's not. It's because I use this on every picture I've ever done for the past 12 years.
Wow.
And I teach thousands of people a year. I mean, this weekend I did 2 workshops in Guildford and Nottinghamshire, and each one had nearly 45 or 50 people on, and they were all using this paper, producing beautiful paintings, because it makes the difference. The paper makes the difference.
Amazing.
It really does.
So you've got 5 sheets there. You've also got the craft knife at the bottom.
Yes, which is good for effects. It's nice for scraping off the surface of the paper to create sparkle, highlights, texture, little white flowers in the foreground. I use craft knives a lot, and a good sharp craft knife is essential.
Excellent. Really is. And then a new brush. Have we had this brush on before?
We have seen this before, but it sold out very quickly last time. This is the first time we've managed to get it back, and this is something I'm really proud of, or chuffed of, which is what you'd probably say.
Oh, I'm right chuffed with that.
Fair chuffed with this one. It's a 2-hair brush, and you can see it's quite a unique shape.
Yeah,
it's a Matthew.
not something like that.
Yeah, it's a bit unusual, but it's a Matthew Palmer branch and detail brush. Now, at its widest point, it's a size 10.
Right.
And it tapers down to a 0. Now, in itself, it means it's sort of 10 brushes in one, because you can get a brush for every size.
Yeah.
But also, it's what we would call a reservoir. If you think of a fountain pen,
Yes.
it holds the ink and it feeds the tip, and that's exactly what you're seeing. Once this dark hair is full of colour,
Yeah.
it'll go for a long time.
So it doesn't just sort of allow it to release and splodge all over the place. It's actually a gradual release.
It's a feed, yeah. Very unique brush, and you won't see these anywhere else again. Really, really nice quality brush. Yeah,
Okay. This is so busy. Already 10% of the stock has gone. Now you've got a massive saving. Over 40% saving on this one. You're only paying almost £30 for all of this collection. And that is exclusive. You're not going to get that anywhere else. After today, that is it. You're not going to see it. 197796, that's your item number. Now, of course, this is what you're creating. This is the beautiful picture you can create. But we have got more artwork, because those sepia, the flesh tones, they can give you so many different looks. I mean, when we look at that,
yeah,
the flesh tones, they are so prominent in that picture, aren't they?
It's like what makes the atmosphere, you know, and
Yes.
these colours are pre-mixed to make your life easier. And you can't get these colours from an art shop, you know. These colours that I've designed, I've had these made to make life easier. It's obviously a painting of Rome, you know, but look at the light skin tone in the sky. Look at the dark skin tone in the roofs, in the Colosseum.
Yeah.
Absolutely love these colours, and it's changed the way I paint using these colours.
Yeah.
But we should probably show an example of a portrait.
Let's,
That'd be a good
let's.
idea. Or a little girl fishing, how's that?
Excellent.
Little girl
that
fishing.
will do job nice.
So if you like painting figures or portraits, I mean, you can see all the wonderful skin tones here.
Yeah.
This is the light skin tone here. The shadows under the chin, under the arms, that's the dark skin tone.
Yeah.
And also, Hank, very quickly, I know this is
Hang
leaning
fire,
out
everyone.
of camera. Anticipation's half the fun. There we go. We've got it. This is the portrait, which just uses those two colours all the way through. So if you look at this, folks, we can see, obviously, the light skin tones.
Yeah.
Now, if she was darker skinned, I could use the darker tone.
Yeah.
But all the colours in the hair, the eyes, the mouth, the nostrils, that's the darker skin tone. So that's two colours in there. Light skin tone, dark skin tone.
That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Do you want any more?
We have got dozens. We have got dozens and dozens down here. This is the alpine scene that we saw right at the beginning. Light skin tone here.
Amazing.
Featured through dark skin tone in the mountains and dark skin tone in here as well.
See, it's so gorgeous because it gives you such a warm hue, doesn't it? That's stunning.
It's like backlit, I think.
Yes.
It's a beautiful colour.
Yeah, you can almost imagine the sun somewhere, can't you? Just hidden behind the clouds, just dropping down. That is absolutely beautiful, beautiful. Here, you know, these white flakes, that hasn't been done with craft knife.
It has. This is the craft knife.
Amazing.
Well spotted.
Hey.
Even the little bits in the trees for the snow as well. But the thing is here,
I can see the texture.
That texture is almost impossible to paint with a brush.
Yeah.
It looks natural, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And that knife just does that job super.
And it gives it such a nice texture.
Yeah, exactly. And the DVDs ran with all this stuff, you know.
Fantastic.
It's just one of the little
tips. I love it because it's those little hints and tips, you know, that you might miss, but when you've got a DVD, if it's in a class, it's so easy to miss. You know, those tiny little techniques. But on here, at least you can rewind it. You can do it over and over again. And I bet you, every time you paint this, you could get something different.
You can. I mean, you can intentionally change it, or you can obviously, you know, you can just paint it as it is. And every time you do it, like you say, it's a different picture.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
And that's part of the fun of it, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's part of the enjoyment.
You can see some of the techniques here that we're seeing that Matthew's creating for us. So this is the exclusive DVD that you're getting. So again, taking us through those and taking us through some of those hints and tips there, Matthew.
Nothing's cut out with this, and the camera's overhead, and there's a camera on the palette as well. So nothing's missed. There's no hands in the way. It's all filmed, so you can see every little bit of detail. In that particular stage, I'm just adding a little bit of reflection there. But notice how I've used a little bit of masking tape on there just to protect the edge of that building. And now I'm starting to add in the greens for the trees as well. Those nice poplar trees, which I'm always a big fan of because they always look nice in the watercolours.
Yeah, they do. They're beautiful.
Lovely.
Loads and loads of hints and tips. If you've got questions, email in studio@hochanda.com. Obviously, if you bought any of Matthew's kits before, if you have done any of Matthew's beautiful courses, then we'd love to see what you've been creating. Show off. Show us what you've been doing. studio@hochanda.com. Right then, Matthew, a blank canvas.
Yes, this is the best bit. So, blank piece of paper. This is the paper from the one-day special. You get 5 sheets. Just remember that. So you get a lot of paper for your money. And what we're going to do here is just stick it to a board.
Wonderful.
It's just masking tape.
Yeah.
And this is a piece of old sketchbook. This has got all sorts of rough bits on it. But that's all you need.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that, but I think it helps, you know.
Yeah.
And also, it's worth saying that you don't need to worry about easels.
Right. Okay.
Just use a table or your knee and a little table. And have a brew and just away you go.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong really.
Excellent. So don't worry about it if you haven't got all the equipment that you've got here. It's not.
I use this because I demonstrate all the time, so that's why it's there. But you don't need it. It actually makes it a little bit awkward painting on an easel because it kind of runs a bit. You know, you don't want that to do that really.
Yeah.
So another piece of masking tape, and I'm just going to divide this large piece of paper into half. I always think it's nice, especially as a beginner, to do that.
Yes.
So if we
it's
do,
not quite as scary, is it?
No, it's not. And we could decide which way. You pick. Do you want a landscape or a portrait? What direction?
A portrait.
Good choice. Good choice. I think we should do a landscape. So, the colours, the 2 skin colours. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the darker skin tone and do a monochrome.
Okay,
I like
cool.
monochrome stuff. You know, just a single colour all the way through. So I've got the branching detail brush. I've got one of the water pots here with the protective non-spill lids on, which we'll take off.
Fantastic. That's brand new today. That does come in our little accessory kit. We've got the details zooming in as we speak. So with that, you are getting your non-spill pot. You've also got your brush holder. You've also got in there your little watercolour tin as well. We'll show you more details when we go to the counter. 367256.
I'm just going to wet it all, basically. Okay. Now I'm going to do a fairly quick picture. So I'm just using water here, folks, and the cotton paper is absorbing the moisture, just like a T-shirt absorbs the sweat. It's exactly the same thing.
What a lovely thought.
That puts you in a smashing mood. Now, the way that you do a sky in watercolours is you wet it first, because the paint spreads, it runs, it blends, and it works so much better.
Beautiful.
So that's just the large branching detail brush, again available back in stock on the one-day special.
Wonderful.
So I'm going to just take a little piece. Now, as far as palette's concerned, you could use a porcelain plate, you could use a paper plate if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Squirt a little blob of the colour, lift it and mix it into the palette, and you can make it as strong as you like. Look at the difference in the two. It's much paler when it's got the water with it. It's very concentrated in the blob, as you can see there.
And this is why you use such a tiny amount of your paint.
Yeah, it goes a mile. It really does.
And when you put this on, when it dries, it lightens the shade, doesn't it?
I think about 20%, I always say.
Okay.
I mean, it's hard to say, but I think about 20%.
Okay, so don't panic if it looks a little bit intense.
Yeah.
And this is the darker of the two,
It's the darker of the two, but you can still see it's a nice kind of terracotta colour. Now, what I'm doing is I'm using the branching detail brush in the size 10 mode.
Yeah.
It's kind of flat to the paper, and then just working it across.
Which allows a big wash, doesn't it?
Yeah, and we're going to go darker at the bottom, because that's going to be a bit of water later on.
Wonderful.
There we go.
Now, we have got, we haven't got a set of this. We have got, obviously, the bigger branching detail. We have got that in the one-day special, but we've also got another set, and this has been busy, actually. Now, this is your large and your small. That is separate, £19.99. So that set there, Matthew.
Yes.
That set there, Matthew. Is that a smaller one than that's in the one-day special?
It is. It's about a third smaller, so that's an even finer tip.
Okay.
So the one that we've got in the one-day special is the large one, which is a size 10 down to a 0, where the other one is at a size 8 down to a 00. So really, if you're a fan of detail, I mean, think to yourself as though your brush is like a pen.
Yeah.
Draw with it. rather than paint with it.
Yeah.
Because that's when you get that nice bit of detail.
Excellent.
Yeah? Okay.
They're really busy, actually. If you do want those, 554007, that's your item number. Almost 20% of stock has gone there. You proper found them. Only $19.99. Right, so just little wibbly.
Basically, it's giving clouds, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's giving nice clouds.
Yeah.
And again, we can see it's monochrome, so we're talking sepia. We're like old-fashioned sepia
tones.
Sepia tones, which is always a nice, gives you a nice warm feeling inside. Does a good old sepia tone.
It does, because it is physically, it's a warm colour, isn't it?
Gives you goosebumps. I'm going to bring this down.
Is that not the aircon?
Probably, yeah. I'm going to put a few little... It is quite fresh in here. So I want to put a few little sort of horizontal lines to represent a bit of water reflection, because we're going to put some something in the background very shortly. But before we do that, I'm just going to put a few little bits of rain and little lines coming down here.
And this is when that detail brush starts coming in, isn't it?
Yeah, we can use it. We can use it for more than a brush for painting branches. You know, it's really useful. That needs a couple of minutes to dry, and then we'll put some landscape in, okay?
Superb.
Yeah?
Yeah, right. Well, that's having a bit of drying time. Again, this is the launch of your one-day special. Have a look at the website, hochanda.com. That's where you're going to see all the goodies that we've got on today's show. Now, there are some busy items. You've found that paintbrush, that paintbrush set, that is so busy. If you do want to go for that, I've got 5-star reviews on that one. Please check your baskets out with that, because that is very busy. Not sure how long that's going to last. We've got the brand new tools kit, that's in there. We've also got your the masking. Oh, I tell you what, we have got back in stock as well, the step-by-step guide to watercolour painting. Now that is back in stock. That is from Matthew, of course. It is the book, and you've got the DVD there, but that is back in stock if you want that. We've also got your pick and mix with your watercolour paints, so if you do want to stock up on some of Matthew's other paints, then we have got those in stock for you. Remember, with Matthew's paints, he does mix these himself. These are specific colours that Matthew's requested for his fantastic range. Okay, this is your one-day special. So you've got your exclusive DVD. The DVD is going to take you through so many steps that have been used to create this beautiful, beautiful painting. And you can see, again, we're talking about that gorgeous warmth that you're going to get from the flesh tones. You've got the different techniques as well in the water there. Loads and loads of different tiny little extra bits, you know, an extra detail that you're going to put in that you might not have missed. That, of course, might be brand new to you. Now, that's the DVD, so you're going to be able to take it in your own time, go through step by step in the company of yourself. I'm going to say that's weird. I mean, in the surround of your own home, in the comforts of your own home. You've got the paper. The paper, of course, you're getting 5 sheets. That is that beautiful, top quality cotton paper, absolute sensational. You've then got those 2 beautiful flesh tones. Again, really effective, definitely not just for your portraits. You've got the craft knife, then you've got that incredible brush as well. Now, all of this for just $29.99. You are making such a good saving here, but it is busy, over a 40% saving there. And again, there's so many things that you can do. This is why I love it when Matthew comes in, seeing all the incredible works of art that he brings with him and the things that you will be able to achieve. This is why I'd love you to email in. Again, when you look in the painting, isn't it funny when you see, now we've seen that colour, the flesh tones, now you start to see the colour, you know, the warmth that it's going to bring to loads and loads of different projects. And of course, Matthew is teaching you skills. You will be able to use those skills in completely different compositions, completely different works of art. All the skills that you're going to be learning, you'll be bringing and mixing into completely different artworks. Now, if you love this, this is your brand new one-day special. He's always busy when he's in building. Over a quarter of the stock has already gone. That is 197796. That's your item number. Absolutely phenomenal deal. If you've got any questions, it's live telly, so email in studio@hochanda.com. Now, I'm just going to remind you of that duo Oh, it's a bit busy. 554007, only 19.99. We are now approaching a quarter of the stock. Very busy. If you would like to get hold of that one, do not miss out on that. Okay, now we're going to talk about the book and the DVD. This has literally just come back in stock, sold out. Like that was way back in June, wasn't it?
July. July, yeah.
Sold out. Literally just got it back. So tell us about this then, Matthew.
So this was a book that I've been sort of working on behind the scenes for kind of 2.5 to 3 years, and because these things take such a long time, and a book that's in so much detail as this one, because it's all very much step by step. Like I say, it sold out last time it was in, which I was pleased because that was the launch, you know.
Yeah.
And the first half of the book, which is what we're seeing now, is all very much the watercolour. Look at that photograph.
Oh, look at you.
That'll inspire you to do painting, won't it, eh? Get yourself working.
I'm Matthew,
outside.
looking at the buildings.
Yeah.
The mountains.
I'm inspired, aren't I?
Oh, you are?
I'm inspired.
Oh, but how happy are you? Oh, you're a happy little painter.
I'm buzzing.
I'm buzzing.
So the first half is all about
the colour wheel and everything.
Colour mixing, all the little bits that make the picture. Look at this, tips and techniques.
Yeah.
So,
look.
here's the thing, look, everything is step by step.
Yeah.
The title, Step by Step, Guide to Watercolour Painting, is a serious thing because every spot is detailed.
Amazing.
We're talking about masking fluid now and moving on to water and reflections.
Fabulous.
But as soon as you get to halfway in the book, which you're almost there, you see this is where we get towards the 6 full projects. Okay,
wow.
This is one in New York, for example. Now, in the middle of the book, is a fold-out tracing, an outline that's the exact size of the watercolour paper that's in the one-day special. So these little white pages here fold out.
Amazing.
And then you can see that we've got an actual size-for-size tracing there, because maybe you want to paint but you're not so keen on doing the drawing, where you've got it if you want it.
Excellent.
And then you can follow the project in the book, and there's 6 of them.
Oh, that's fantastic. So you can literally, you've got that, you could obviously copy that out, or of course trace it on whatever you want to, and then you've got your step by step. That's brilliant.
Every brushstroke is detailed.
Proper project book is that. Now, not only have you got the book, of course, but you've also got the DVD as well. What's that? The DVD. Yes,
DVD is the little companion DVD. It's got one of the paintings out of the book, which is actually the one that's on the easel. If we do a little bit of a switch over, that's the picture that is painted in detail.
Fabulous.
On the DVD. And then there's also a project in there that was filmed in a bluebell wood in the spring, where we paint the bluebells live on film, which is great. So,
fabulous.
But there's
that's
95 minutes there, and it comes with the book, so it's a great little package there for you folks.
That is brilliant. And again, so many skills and so many beautiful tips and techniques for you for only £20.99. It's a great price. Won't that make such a nice present? £77.60 back in stock. 140698. That's your item number. Sold out in July, so it's taken quite a bit to get it back in stock. Please check your basket out if you like that. Now, obviously, when you were looking at all those fantastic works of art, you did see lots of different colours. We've got lots of different colours on. Matthew, have you got a few? Right, so if someone's getting the one-day special today, and maybe this is the beginning, where do they start with this cheeky pick and mix? If you had to pick 3.
Okay.
It's
got to be a primary colours, hasn't it? So if you go for a natural blue, natural red, natural yellow light, that's your primary colours. If you get the book as well, that will show you hundreds of colours you can mix from those 3: red, yellow, blue. That's primary colours.
Excellent.
Or if you wanted to go for something a bit different, you could go for natural grey, which is the shadow colour. That's an essential. Natural turquoise, if you like seascapes. Perfect colour. The reason these are called natural colours is because they're designed to replicate natural things out there. So turquoise for the sea, green obviously speaks for itself. These are mixed in the factory in the same way that I would mix them here.
Excellent.
Just in huge tubs.
Yeah, so you get them, and that's the lovely thing about these, isn't it? So you don't have to faff about for ages. You're going to get the same colour each and every time.
And I'm seeing difference in people's paintings. I'm seeing the students that I teach that use these colours the paintings are vibrant, clean, and they're not dirty.
Yes,
you know,
yes,
so
yes. Because those
what
paints are ready to go.
exactly straight from the tube.
Phenomenal. You've got such a wide choice there. I bet a lot of you are all building them up, and they'll last ages. They're really nice and concentrated, lovely quality for a 14mm tube that you'll only need the tiniest bit. And as you can see, you know, you reconstitute them with a little bit of water anyway. If you would like to get hold of those, 424-705. That's your set of 3. You've got a Freedom price there as well. Only £14.39. Matthew, to you.
Okie dokie. So that's nice and dry, and we're going to be using the dark skin again. And I want to paint in like a distant sort of silhouette of a city or something in the background. You know, like a nice background, okay?
Okay.
And this can be anything we want it to be. You know, I'm thinking like a sort of city or something.
Yeah.
So we're going to put a few little bits and bobs here. And again, I'm making use of the branching detail brush here.
Yeah.
Using it in its prime. We're going to put a line in the centre.
Good grief, you can get a really fine line there, can't you?
Yeah.
Good grief.
Yeah, it's like a sting on a wasp.
Indeed.
It's a very fine one, it is. So if you think of a distant skyline of a, you know, like Rome or something like that.
I'm thinking of a big top.
You're thinking of a circus, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm in a little circus.
I've never painted a circus before. Maybe I should. Maybe I should paint a circus.
Yeah, stick a cheeky Ferris wheel in it. Well, that looks beautiful already.
So I'm just working across, and then I can add as much or as little detail as I like to this.
Yeah. When you're doing something that is so far away, when it is so far in the distance, you can get away with just basic shapes, can't you?
Yeah, exactly, because it's all about depth and distance and creating almost out of focus, I always think, when you do this kind of thing.
And it's almost an illusion. Your mind already decides what it wants to see anyway, doesn't it? Like, I've gone for, obviously, the big top.
You've gone for circus. Your mind's quite unique, though, isn't it, to be fair?
Yeah. I'm glad you went for the word unique. Thank you. Indeed it is. Oh, Helen's emailed.
So I want to use a bit of water on the tissue.
Oh, she says, our Ellen says, how heavenly, 2 northerners waxing lyrical about painting with enthusiasm and what? Oh, she says, thank you for an inspiring hour. Oh, thank you, Helen. I hope my throat gets better too, because at the minute...
You are sounding a bit rusty.
Oh, mate, this is better. It's been worse than this over the weekend.
Like a female Rod Stewart.
Just like Rod. Just like Rod.
So I've used plenty of water there to fade it down. Can you see that's created like a distant sort of out of focusy thing? And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use just very quickly give it a quick blast with the dryer. And
obviously, if you haven't got a dryer, you can just leave it for a few minutes, or hair dryer or something.
Hair dryer works. I use hair dryers.
Yeah.
These are better for TV studios.
Yes,
they're a bit quieter.
Yeah. But you want, because it's watercolour, you want your layers to be dry, otherwise everything's going to shift.
Exactly. That's right. Yeah, all the way through. Yeah. Now, if we work his way forward here, and we can create another bit of detail here.
And remember, this is still using the darker flesh colour. Still using the same paint.
Just the one colour, basically. That's
but
all.
Look how rich it now becomes.
You can make it as thick as you want. You can see that's getting quite strong at that point. You can see that, can't you? So I'm blocking it in here, almost like it's a bit of a foreground, sort of rocky area, and making sure it's nice and strong here. Spending time on the shape of it.
Yeah.
Sepia is quite an interesting thing because it gives an old-fashioned feel to the painting, which I've always enjoyed.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
I'm also going to bring a line coming out here as well. That's just a straight line there. Another little rocky area sat on the edge of the water. These sort of things would work quite nice on cards and things as well. You know, you could use this watercolour paper and you could almost paint like embellishments for cards and things as well. Just going to put a few ripples and things around.
Lovely.
And just before I stop this little section, what I want to do is I want to use a plastic card just any old plastic card, and I want to put a little bit of sort of rocky texture, as though it's some kind of a foreground area.
I love how quick it builds up.
Floating around the back of this easel somewhere is an SAA card, and we should quickly mention the SAA.
Yes, we
card.
should have mentioned them yet, which is a bit rude, because the SAA are fabulous, aren't they?
Well, they're the reason that we're here, really, because working with the SAA and
I mean, not in life, but here, bring in... Speechless, isn't that, Matthew?
It is
Big
quite a
statement.
powerful thing, yeah, actually, yeah, it's quite... What can we say? The SAA is the largest art group in the world, and they are here to encourage people to pick up the brush. And I've been working with the SAA for a long, long time, and the folks at home should check them out. I would encourage anybody to check the SAA out.
And I think it's the way they do support and they do encourage and make things affordable. I mean, these prices are fantastic. Definitely look them up. I'm going to interrupt myself there because you're literally scraping away the wet paint, but on an angle.
Lift the foreground forward towards us.
That looks really cool.
And it's amazing how it starts to build up. You know, I'm just putting a few little sort of twiggy bits on. I mean, we can do some more to this, but just putting a few little sort of branches and little twigs at the side.
Very atmospheric as well.
It is, and that's what sepia is. It's a very different style of painting.
Yeah. See, the thing is as well, if this were your greys, if it was your blacks, it would give it such a different feel.
It would,
you know, it'd be a lot cooler. It'd be a lot, you know, harsher as a landscape. Whereas this, it has got that warmth. You know, it's almost got a sandy, sort of dusky look as opposed to a coldness.
Yeah, it's a very kind of soft picture. I'm just going to put a few little sort of ripples over here. And I think as a very quick picture, we can call that one pretty much finished.
That's amazing.
And then we'll come back and we can do something else. But
that's amazing.
We should
just
actually
one colour, that.
Just one colour, just a dark skin. And we should just very quickly mention the craft knife, because what you could do is you could add some light to this.
And that's literally scratching over. Does it matter if the paper, does it matter if it's wet or dry?
It's better to be dry, but you can do it on either, to be honest. It's a lot better if it's dry.
So
as far as atmospheric pictures are concerned, I think that's pretty much atmosphere
good,
right there.
Matthew. Yeah, I done that. That looks really, really cool. Look, amazing. Oh yeah, always
nice
better.
to get the tape off. It looks crisp, don't it, when you do that?
Yes. See, look at that. For a quick bit, and how long was that? About 30 minutes, if that. Phenomenal. That's really
It's a quickie, that one.
Yeah, but mate, that looks so good. So, no, I'm going to say amazing, but it came out as mate.
You can't beat a bit of monochrome, can you, mate? Eh?
Hi, mate.
Mate.
It's cracking.
We're all friends here, Richard. We're all mates here, Hochanda, aren't we? There's some mates.
Hey,
all right, mate.
pal.
All right, mate. People walking by. All right, mate.
Right, mate.
All mates at home. All right, mates. We're chilling out here, aren't we?
What am I meant to be doing?
Chilling.
Oh yeah. Bear with. I need to get in position.
Can't beat live TV, can you?
Live telly. Where am I? There. Okay, right, mate. Okay, now it's not just this, obviously. Your one-day special, you are getting your exclusive DVD. Woo. You always get, and it is a limited time rule, 2 days. You're also getting that fantastic brush, that of course is going to allow you the detail that we've just seen Matthew create, which is amazing. But the reservoir is going to allow you to fill that brush, and then you've got that a wonderful slow release of the paint. Now, you've not just got this, you've got the craft knife, you've also got the paper, you've also got the 2 paints. Now, these, of course, are flesh tones, but you've just seen how effective these are. That Matthew's just done was literally one colour. That was the deeper, darker flesh tone, and that's created such a sensational work of art. Now, you are learning in that DVD how to create that incredible piece of art. However, it's the techniques, it's all the different things that you're going to learn in here that makes this really incredible and unmissable. Now, I like this, over a third of the stock has now gone. If you would love to get hold of this, again, it's something that you can just do. You can just sit comfortable and learn. You know, you don't feel like you're being judged. It's not scary. You haven't got this white expanse of space that you don't even know where to start. It's so nice having a DVD so you can go step by step in your own time. You're not in a crowd of people. You're not being rushed. If you would love to go for this, so remember, we have got a time-limited offer, and this is a very time-limited product. If you do want to get hold of it, it is your one-day special, which is 197796. That's your item number, and only £29.99. You're making over a 40% saving here. Now, we have got a little clip. Oh, this is lovely. This is showing you some of the beautiful works of art made by our wonderful mate, Matthew. The painting. Hello and welcome back. Okay, we're going to crack on because I know we haven't got loads of time. Accessory kit. So, paintbrushes, that's a right good idea.
Yeah, I've got one of these on my desk in my studio, you know, with all the brushes in. And they do fold up as well, flat, so you can flat pack them as well. And it's amazing how many people bring these on the painting holidays as well and pop them up and they sat there for the day, you know. Cup of tea,
it's a right good idea.
Nice little thing, yeah, it's good.
Like that. We've also got our little pot.
Yes, which is a non-spill pot as well, which is quite nice. And it's got a good seal to it, so you can use it two ways. You can take the lid off, which is the way I like to use it, or you can just take the little clear cap out, so you can just dunk your brush in the hole. There you go. And
then it becomes non-spill. Take the lid off and it's utterly spillable.
It's totally spillable. So it depends how you like it. Are you a clumsy artist? Then you leave the lid on. Okay.
That'll be me.
Are you painting on a nice cream carpet? Not literally on a carpet, but in a house with a carpet.
Yeah.
Then
yeah, keep that lid on.
It's useful. It's useful.
And then the little tin, and at first I was thinking, but I see.
I think you can fit about 10 tubes in there of the colours.
Amazing.
So that is the perfect size for the natural colours. So a nice little set.
Yeah. Nice little set.
Great price too.
I like that. Yeah, under a tenner. We like anything under a tenner. It's cracking, and it's a handy set. You know, it is one of those that's it's very usable. £9.99, 367 256. Now. Something that we've got on the show as well, your large flat brush. I know you were saying, we were talking before, you said this is such a usable brush.
It is, and I think we'll use some of this on the next demo actually. This brush is a natural hair product. It's a 38mm flat brush. You get a lot of hair in there, folks. Skies, detail. Because it's a flat brush, it gives you this straight edge, which we'll see in action on the next picture that we do.
Cool.
So it allows you to do big washes, but also little fine bits of detail if you need it.
Amazing.
Great addition to the one-day special.
Superb. And again, you are going to build up your brush collection, aren't you?
Absolutely.
You know, as you go through. £29.50. That's your price. You are saving £13 for that. And it is a big saving. That is 685048. Now, you pick and mix paints. So again, all these colours created by Matthew and mixed ready. And you can see that, you know, when we look through those tones, they are really nice tones straight away, straight out of the tube.
They are. And I've spent the past 10 years developing this range of colours, you know. Yeah. And we've added to them over the years, you know. So these are colours that have been I've designed via the SAA. We've got these produced, big tubes as well. These are 14mm each tube, so it's Each tube will do, you know, 20 or 30 watercolours. Seriously, it's that concentrated, but you've got everything you need for, you know, capturing natural. I mean, autumn's on its doorstep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Natural orange is the perfect colour for the autumnal trees.
Yes.
Natural yellow light, natural yellow. These three colours here work perfectly for autumn.
Yeah.
Natural brown is designed mainly for doing tree branches, bark and branches.
Fabulous.
That's what it's there for.
Yeah, love it. And again, build up your collection. You've got your Hochanda Freedom price there, just $14.39, not paying any postage if you're a Hochanda Freedom member. 424705, that's your item number. Okay, I'm going to give you pictures and numbers so we can get cracking. So you have got your masking set. So you've got your fluid remover, you've also got your masking fluid, you've got 3 brushes in there, and your remover block as well, for just £13.99 for that one. And again, another really, really handy collection, saving £3.66, 337484. Now, sorry, we're also got, oh, now these have been busy. Almost 40% of the stock has gone with those duo brushes. 554007. That's your item number. £19.99. Now, we have only got about 15 minutes left. If you've got questions, email in studio@hochanda.com. If you want to show what you've been creating along with Matthew, then we would love to see. studio@hochanda.com. Over to you.
Ready for action.
What are you going to do?
Can I just say a very cheeky hello to my wife Sarah and Jacob that are watching at home. Jacob is 16 months old, and I'm hoping that he's watching me, not watching something else. But hello, Jacob. And my mum as well. Hello, love you much.
Oh, hello, everybody.
Right. It's like they're eating popcorn, maybe.
Maybe.
Probably not. What we're going to do is we're going to do one on this side of the paper, so we'll keep it the same direction. That makes sense. Okay. A nice matching set, and we're going to tape off that middle area again. Notice. Now the dark skin is dried, look how soft and clean it is. Yeah. When the water's there, it's very dark, but it just beautiful,
it's
softens in the cotton.
Gorgeous.
And if you was painting that picture from start to finish, you're looking at it sort of, you know, 10-minute picture, no sketching, just a nice little exercise that you can do and you can enjoy.
And it looks so effective. And of course, I mean, that even if you were doing, like you were saying, quartering the page, it'd look good on a smaller, you know, if you're using it for cards and things. It's
exactly.
Such a good
so
quick
you can chop it into quarters or even eighths as well.
Yeah, it's fabulous.
Well, so I want to take a little bit of tape, I want to take the stickiness off. Now, I know we've not got a huge amount of time here, but we're going to do something fairly quickly. So I'm taking some of the moisture off, it's quite warm in here. And we're going to pop this sort of up there a bit and down there a bit.
Okay.
And just pinch a bit more because I'm not quite going to the edge. I'll do a quick snow scene, it'd be nice, I think.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
And again, I'm going to use the branching detail brush again for doing the sky because it's the perfect brush for that. Super. This is the large one, it's the larger one of the two. And so again, just on its own, you know, you can use it, not just for detail, use the brush flat. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Pop it flat, wet the paper, bring it down. And this time I'm going to do a warm snow scene. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because snow scene, you know, you can change it to sepia on your phone.
What we're going to do this time, we're going to actually use the light skin tone first. That's going to give us a nice background to the sky.
Lovely.
See the difference straight away, can't you? It's like a peach, like a beautiful peach colour. Lovely for warm tones. Yeah. So we can take this and put it on. Now I'm going to bring in another colour for the second from the pick and mix, and this one is going to be one of my favourites, which is Natural Violet. Okay. Now Natural Violet goes super, and it just really lends itself to that light skin. Look at the grey you're getting now. See the grey? As the colours mix together, folks, you get that wonderful grey.
Yeah, that does really work, doesn't it?
And the water carries the colours together. Yeah. We're going to take our magic tissue. And we're going to put a little bit of a moon or sun on, probably a moon to be fair.
Gorgeous.
That's a round coin wrapped in tissue. And then we're going to take another colour from the pick and mix. Well, actually I'm not. I want to use I want to use a colour from the One Day Special. Oh. And this is the dark skin tone here. Super. But you know what I want to do with that? I want to stick a little bit of violet with it. It'll make it more of a grey. Can you see it's making it a bit darker?
Yeah.
Yeah, dark skin and violet.
So if you do want that violet, that is part of that pick and mix. So again, you've got all those different colours to choose from if you'd love to go for that.
And also, Halloween's not too far away. So if you want a spooky thing, if you want to make it look spooky, put the cloud over the moon.
Okay, yeah.
Notice I'm using the brush flat to the paper, folks, and just twisting it to make it nice and wide. This is exactly how I did the clouds over there, but obviously just changing the colours.
And you can see where it's how they start to soften, can't you? You know where it starts blending into the paper.
Yeah, it's like a soft edge, like a bleed.
Yeah.
I call it bleeding paint, which is exactly what it is.
What it is.
But you've got to be careful with in the context that you say that, of course.
Yeah, but we all understand.
We know what we're saying, don't we?
Yeah.
We can do
paint.
Smaller ones across there as well.
Wonderful.
Clean the brush again, squeeze it through the fingers.
Excellent.
So the brush has gone flat.
Okay.
Okay, now I want to use this to add a little bit of light. Squeeze it every time you do it, just on the underneath of those clouds there.
And are you squeezing it every time to remove the paint that you've just lifted?
Yeah. So I'm taking the colour off and I'm sort of softening the underneath the clouds, really. And
it is just, rather than when you took it off with the card, it was a lot more defined.
It was a crisper edge, wasn't it?
Yeah. Whereas that's, way softer.
It's a nice kind of softness.
Yeah.
And if you give that a bit of a blast,
super.
You can also take the tape off. It's a good way to take tape off is to use a dryer because it sort of loosens the glue.
Right,
Less chance of it tearing.
Yeah. So obviously, as you're lifting as well, that's giving you that crisp line, so it allows you just to peel it away. Yeah, we are.
Just a good quality masking tape, which I'm sure everyone watching the show has got around in the craft stash.
And they should have yours by now.
Yeah,
because I'm sure he's been on the show quite a few times. While that's drying, I'm going to remind you, this is your one-day special. We are running out of time for this hour. Obviously, you have got a time-limited run for this, or a stock situation. So please, check out your baskets now, and then you can watch all the shows and just chill out and learn loads of extra skills alongside what you're going to learn from the DVD.
Super. So that's nice and dry, and then I'm going to use again just the same brush, but I want to use the violet again.
Okay.
Now, natural violet again, it's a mixed colour. It's designed for two things mainly. It's designed for dark skies, snowy shadows, actually three things, because it's also good for bluebells. It is a perfect, seriously, perfect colour for the springtime.
Amazing.
Now I'm going to darken. Oh, and of course, if anyone gets the book and DVD, the DVD has got a lesson on there that was done in the Bluebell Woods using natural violet. Talks you through it.
Fantastic.
Talks you through it.
Amazing. So if you are going for that book and DVD, which is now back in stock, £20.99, 140698. Make sure you pop that violet in, and then if you are using it to create something like this, which looks incredible already, but then if you are getting the book and the DVD, at least you've got all the tips and techniques there as well. That looks really, really good.
Notice how the violet's lifted the foreground up.
Yeah.
Now, I'm just going to give it the quickest of all dries.
Okay.
Just for a split second. So we've used light skin tone, dark skin tone, violet, and now just the one brush, giving it a dry.
Yeah.
If you do get hold of the one-day special, it's also quite nice to come back, obviously, watch these shows back on Rewind.
Yes.
Loads of support out there, folks, for you. My website alone is rammed with hundreds of hours of video tuition.
Yeah.
And everybody should go on Matthew Palmer Artie's Facebook page as well.
Fantastic. Everybody should do that, or else.
They need to.
Sorry, I'll show you that in a minute.
It's fine. Well, I'm just going to very quickly paint a tree because it's the branch brush.
Amazing.
So I want to take some dark skin and a bit of violet.
Excellent.
So a nice kind of dark colour. Now let's just have a very quick, I know we're sort of running low on time. Let's get a big tree up there. Let's think about the shape of that brush. It's tapered for a reason. It's tapered so you can go from thick to thin.
Yeah.
But if you're doing a tree goes from thick to thin. So if I hold this thing flat, lay it down, nice and thick, just going to fill it in a bit there, gradually lift off. So it's now transitioned from the large to the small brush. Can we see that main trunk instantly?
Yeah.
We can do another one of these, can't we?
Yeah, that's absolutely exquisite.
Now, if you was doing this with a standard brush, if we'll call it a standard brush, what you would have to do is you would have to use 2 or 3 brushes.
Yeah, and, I mean, your paint has lasted.
Exactly.
That is a, you know,
Yeah,
a good
exactly.
continuous run as well.
So you can see I can
And now look at the detail.
branch out.
Wow.
Yeah, literally
Branching out. Oh, branch out, Matthew.
Now I tend to rotate the board a lot because it confuses people that are operating the cameras. No other reason.
Just to be awkward. It makes it easier though, doesn't it?
Makes it a lot easier to do these different angles of the
Because otherwise
branches.
you're kind of fighting with yourself, aren't you?
Exactly.
I've only got 5 minutes.
Is that all we've got?
Yeah.
Where's the hour gone, eh?
Well, shot on, didn't it? It's done it.
What I want to do is I want to stop there then and just say that's a very, very, very simple little picture.
That is fabulous. I love that. I love that.
I'm just going to be cheeky and add a little bit of a sneaky footpath coming around there because it needs something in the middle.
Oh, that's cool.
Let's just get a bit of water on that just to soften in. So I'm just going to soften that in a little bit there, folks, okay? And now I want to do another one. It's just a violet again over here. Because it needs something just over there.
Yeah.
As soon as you put that in, you can see what we're doing, can't
Yeah.
you? Get the water on the branching detail.
Yeah.
Give it a soften. Now, this is very much speed painting. But if you're working at home, no need to rush, take your time and just enjoy the whole process.
That
We can
looks
put
so
some
good.
little...
When you think that, you know, that is literally minutes to create that. And it is speed painting. That just looks
It is, which is
sensational.
actually quite enjoyable, you know, doing quick pictures.
Yeah.
And, you know, and it's...
It just comes together so quick.
A little bit of dark on the edge, representing a little bit of rough stuff and little tufty bits of grass on the edge and a bearded chuff in the sky and things like that.
That's rather specific. Well spotted.
It's not a spotted chuff, no, it's a bearded chuff.
I didn't know the difference.
One's got spots and one's got a beard, apparently.
I'm going to watch out for those. You have to paint one of them in your next hour.
I've just done one just there, look.
Yeah, but I want one in detail.
Oh, a detail one?
Yes,
No, I'm not
please.
sure we can do that in an hour.
Just paint the beard. Be great. Meh.
I'm stopping.
Stopping.
I'm stopping. There you go, there's a snow scene. A quickie.
That's brilliant.
One brush, and the skin tones give it life. Beautiful.
And then, of course, that beautiful violet. That looks so, so pretty. That's absolutely gorgeous.
Two for the
look
price
at
of
that
one
with
there.
the reveal. Boom. Oh, bear with. Amazing, Matthew. That is so effective. Okay, if you would love to get hold of this one day special, just £29.99. It is absolutely exquisite. We're going to have a little clip of the DVD. So, what are you doing here, Matthew?
So we have moved on and we've added the rocks and we've started to build up the buildings, which is a good thing for buildings, and we are now starting to add the shadows actually. So I'm using natural grey actually here, which again is in the pick and mix. But again, this DVD is on for 145 minutes, so it's packed. It's not just about painting this one scene, it's trees, it's skies, it's mountains, shadows, which is what I'm doing now, buildings, reflections. Really pleased with how this DVD came out, and again it's only available as part of this one day special. Promise you.
It is really busy as well, Matthew. Almost 40% of the stock has gone. We've literally just launched this. Thank you ever so much. I'm so pleased you've gone for it because it is such a lovely collection. It's lovely to see these paints being used as well, you know, and actually used in so many other ways rather than just a portrait.
It's not just about portraits, it's a warm Mediterranean colour range, which is what I like it. I mean, even this Rome picture shows off the colours lovely. It just lightens up your living room to put this in your wall there. Beautiful.
It really does. I mean, it's such a gorgeous, gorgeous effect. Again, it almost gives it that misty look, doesn't it?
It does,
you know,
and you can see a little bit of the skin tone actually just on the edge of that building there, because that's the sun just catching it.
Yeah, the warmth.
So that's the light skin tone that makes it look as though it's backlit from the sun.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's so clever, isn't it? The way you use colour, it's so clever. Okay, now then, if you do want to get hold of yours, this is your one day special, time limited, stock limited. Once that's gone, that is a limited run. 197796, utterly exclusive to this DVD. Now, I'm Matthew is going to be back up at not the next hour, the hour after that, which will be 8 o'clock.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. What are you going to be doing at 8 o'clock?
More warm, cosy watercolours. There you go.
Ooh, it's a
New
secret.
pictures. New pictures.
It's a
you have
secret.
to watch, tune in and watch.
He's going to see what pops in his head. It'll be a bearded chuff or something. Is that what you say?
Spotted chuff. No, that's what you said. You said I said you said spotted.
Anyway, I will see you tomorrow morning. Have a lovely evening, and thank you very much, Matthew. It's been really nice. Make sure you do check out your baskets. Oh, Dave's up next with a fantastic, what are you doing? Price drop. See you then. Thanks, Matthew. Bye.
Hi, my name's Jodie Johnson from Tonic Studios. Now, how did I start crafting? I started just after school. I actually went to catering college and I started as a pastry chef. And that's where all my skills came, when I was moulding and shaping the petals. I was that lady making the cards, making the gifts, going to the farmers markets, but I was in the right place at the right time. And I ended up with a job at Tonic Studios by somebody showing Tonic my work. My dad always said, if you want a precise job, you need the correct tool. Now, I thought he was joking when he talked about planes and chisels and all that business. But if you do want the correct tool, Tonic is going to provide that for you. Now, here at Hochanda, we share all our skills, all our experience, all the little hints and tips with you. So come and join me here on Hochanda with Tonic Studios.
Hi, I'm Barbara Gray from Clarity Stamp here in the UK. Teamwork makes the dream work, and at Clarity we are designers and manufacturers of, dare I say, beautiful, top quality and award-winning craft products. We are home to the very first, the original transparent art stamp. We hand make them here in Kent, and our talented illustrators are always coming up with new original concepts and wonderful artwork. In addition, we design and manufacture top quality stencils and masks. In fact, we also make precision cut reusable masks for our stamps. Since January 2017, we are also the new owners of Pergamano International, bringing together a wonderful blend of old and new parchment art. We are so fortunate to be able to showcase our newest and best products here on Hochanda, and to be able to demonstrate our art ideas to you, our Hochanda friends. So if you would like to learn more about Clarity stamping, stencil work, parchment art, both groovy and traditional, please join us, myself and the Clarity team, here on Hochanda for ideas and inspiration.
Hello there, a very good evening, welcome along. We are live here with Craft Price Drop on this evening. Great to have your company, and we've got some really, really special bargains coming up in the next 60 minutes. Do not go anywhere. If you want a bargain, if you want dies, if you want foam, if you want adhesive and glue dots, this is the place to be. We do actually have a couple of star buys to watch out for as well, so lots and lots of reasons to stick around with us for the next hour. Now, one thing that really stood out to me, I know this has been on Craft Price Drop before, but you may not have seen it. I've not seen it until today. This is brilliant. This is a star buy. Now, if you want to use glue dots, normally glue dots come in like little paper or cardboard boxes that you just peel off and stick on. This is actually a glue dot gun. Try saying that, glue dot gun. And you get thousands of glue dots with it, and of course the actual gun itself. That is going to be a star buy somewhere between now and 8 o'clock tonight. Okay, so if that's something that really kind of takes your fancy, don't go anywhere. Okay, now how does a Craft Price Drop work? Well, basically all you have to do is make sure you're either on the website, which is hochanda.com, or the phone number, which is a different number to our normal number, which is 01733 797 100. Okay, that will get you through to a dedicated craft price drop operator. But let me show you exactly how it all works. What you'll see on the screen any second is what we call the L, okay? Now, it's up there on the screen right now, and what it does is it shows you the item number, it shows you the product description, it shows you the price that it should be going for. So the first price you see is the price that, in an ideal world, every single day, that is what you should be paying for those dies, okay? Underneath that, in the white box, that is the price where it starts to fall. That's where you'll start to see that price start to go down. Now, as soon as you make up your mind that that is what you want, that's the item that you actually want, the secret to being successful at Craft Price Drop is to put it into your basket and to check out. If you don't check out, you're not in the auction, and also you run the risk of missing out and not getting in time. And if you get in after the auction's closed, if any of them bounce back because someone changes their mind or the card doesn't go through or something, you'll end up paying the high price. We don't want you to do that. We want everybody to pay the final low price, which is what you do if, provided you put the item in your basket and check out. When the auction is live, you will then pay the final low price. The last thing to tell you about is down here, underneath that price, you'll start to see availability and stock. Now, that will gradually start to deplete. The more of you that check out, of course, that stock is going to go down 1 unit at a time until we get to 0. Now, that is the crucial point. When the stock gets to 0, that is when the price is locked. You'll hear the announcement that the price is locked. Everyone pays then the final low price at that point, okay? And the only other thing to let you know about is if you're a Freedom member, the beautiful thing about that is you don't pay a single penny P&P, even on Craft Price Drop shows. Otherwise, postage is £4.95 per item. So well worth thinking about joining the Freedom Club if you're not a member of it already. And that is 88888, £6.97 for Freedom membership. Okay. Now, let us show you our first item. The details are on the screen now, then, for our first item. These are fantastic dies from Spellbinders. You've got 4 sets of dies just here. Let's have a little look at them. Now, you can really go to town and have some fun with these. You've got your 5 pots. Pots in different sizes, your flower pots. You've then got all these wonderful leaves, bearing in mind we're coming into autumn fairly soon, wishing the days away, I know. But look, all of those wonderful leaves that you can do in different colours, your burnished golds and bronzes and coppers and greens, of course, as well. You've got fir cones in there as well, too, maple leaves. Over here, we've then got some dies that will cut out, of course, your flowers and your branches as well. And you can have lots of fun putting the foliage, of course, and the flowers actually onto the branches, making them look like cherry blossom, for example, because that's what they are. And then finally, down the end here, we've then got a further 3 dies, which are these just here, which are incredibly detailed, and it gives you all of that fantastic foliage. Okay, the shadow flowers is what this is called. So in total, you've got, hang on, let's work this out, 30 dies. 30 quality Spellbinders dies. £96.72 should be the price. This is Craft Price Drop. That is not going to be the price that you are going to pay. How low can we go with this? Well, it all depends on how quickly you get in, put this in your basket and check out. Let's break it down because we can show you exactly how we arrived at that price. So here it comes. So yeah, £23.04 for the cherry blossom. For the flower pots, £23.04 as well. Shadow flowers, those 3 should be £27.60, and the full foliage, 11 dies, the leaves, they should be £23.04. Combined price, £96.72. But let us get that price tumbling. Let's get those arrows flashing and those prices crashing down. Here we go with our first plummet of the night. Okay, what can we do for plummet number 1? How low can we go? £46.08. That's a £50 saving off. So basically what you're getting as a freebie now is the shadow flowers and the full foliage. You're not paying for those at all. We've knocked the price of those off that price down to £46.08 for all 30 dies, working out about £1.50 at the moment per die. That's not bad at all, is it? But that's only our first plummet. How low can we go? How much lower can we go? We've taken £50 and 50 odd pence off to give you dies that you'll use again and again and again. 52% off the price is what we're looking at here today. You know, probably the most popular theme when it comes to dies is usually leaves and petals and flowers. Everybody loves flowers on cards. They're always appropriate. They're always right. And especially now at this time of the year with autumn around the corner, we've got all those fantastic leaves which you can do some wonderful autumnal cards. And you get all those plant pots, of course, as well in different sizes. You don't have to make them into plant pots if you don't want to. Just think of them as a very unusual shape. You can mat and layer with them if you want to be very arty. Really cool shape. £44.56. That price is still going down, and another plummet is on the way. Here we go. £44 and pence it was. Where are we going now? 30s, into the 30s. £37 from £96.72. The maths on that one is about £60 odd off what you should be paying. To think that you can either pick up the phone or better still go to the website, hochanda.com, check out and know that you've saved nearly 60 quid just by going for one item on Craft Price Drop. And hopefully you've saved £4.95 postage as well because you're in the Freedom Club. If you've been buying anything in the tonic shows lately, you've probably got Freedom membership as a bonus. So make use of it. Go for Craft Price Drop items and save on the P&P as well. We've got 3 left. That's all we've got now. We've got loads of you in on this. Here come some of the members that are already in. Maria, Sue, Jane, you're already in. Jacqueline's in as well. 3 of these left. I don't know how many we had to start with. We've only got 3 left, and it's still going down. 36.76 for the next 3 of you. If you've got it in your basket now on the website and you've just checked out, someone's just done that, taking it to 2. We've got 2 more spaces. 1 more at 36.76. That's all we have at 36.76. The next person will close the auction. Deborah, you've done just that.
Price lock.
Nice one. What a good way to start Craft Price Drop tonight. Congratulations to each and every one of you. You all pay the final low price, which, as I just said, is $36.76. Now, Ross, my producer, have we got anyone paying postage in that show, in that auction? No. Everybody that got that, every single one of you that bought that, got it at that price, and no one is paying P&P in that auction at all, because all of you are Freedom Club members. That's happy days. Yeah, we've got Jack on the floor tonight, we've got Jimmy, my director, and we've got Ross, who's my producer. So that's the team, and I'm Dave, if we've never met before, but hopefully we have. Right, now, what about delicate detail stamps? We've got these coming up next. Have a little look at these. From Tonic. Now, you think of Tonic and you think dies, don't you? But they do, and they have done in the past, some amazing stamps, and that's what we've got here for you tonight, from Tonic. Now, you've got a total of 16 stamps. They're all individually packaged, so if you do want to think of these as maybe Secret Santa gifts for colleagues or friends, or maybe you've got a crafting group that you want to get lots of separate presents from or for, then these are going to be great. You've got rubber, and you've also got some polymer. The ones that you see there on the left of your picture, they're actually polymer stamps. On your big day, what else does it say there? From me to you, with love, and just a note to say. So they are polymer stamps, which you can, of course, put in the frames. And then the ones that you can see either side, they are actually etched rubber. So they're rubber stamps in the Tonic orange, and you've actually got the foam already applied to it and already cut out for you. Down the bottom, you've got your tags, you've got your mandalas, you've got your sprigs and your flourishes, and a lovely, wonderful frame that would work either horizontally or vertically, and a tag at the end there as well. So that's a quick overview of all of them. But if you buy them on their own and you pay the proper price for them, that's how we get to $53.91. Basically, they are $5.99 each. Now, if you've bought Tonic before, you'll know everything that Tonic do represents the most incredible value for money and quality. They're great with their dies, they're great with their scissors, they're great with their guillotines and all of that, and the trimmers, but with stamps as well, they are absolutely superb. Gorgeous, gorgeous quality. And the benefit of rubber, of course, is you can use the rubber stamp not just for inking, but you can use them, of course, in your mixed media projects as well. Whenever you're doing anything that requires heat, rubber can withstand up to 200 degrees temperature. So, yeah, you can really invest in these and enjoy them. Look at that lovely tag with the flowers around the edge. The mandala is gorgeous. Imagine maybe using embossing powders with that. That would be incredibly detailed. Look lovely in gold or silver, possibly. Then you've got your leafy flourishes. There's a couple of stamps there together. All coming in at £53.91, but we're already starting. We're having a trickle. We're having a little trickle down. We've knocked off 50 odd pence. Big deal. 50p. Whew. Wow, you know there's going to be a plummet sooner or later. And I don't know how many we've got. I don't know quantities. I'll never look at that before I come on air. I want to be as surprised as you. I don't know where the price is going to go. No one ever knows that because it's all down to you. 20s, under 30 quid. We're into $29.95 territory. $29.95 for all 16 of those rubber stamps. And if you split them up, you've basically got 9 sets. 9 separate presents. Why not? So what does that work out to now? Per stamp set. $3.35 per stamp set, and they were $5.99. So about 40% off the price here today. And remember, because they've got the foam already and the foam on the back of the stamp already, they're all ready to go straight onto your stamping platforms, straight onto your acrylic blocks. You don't have to do anything, cut anything out. It's all done for you. This price is still going down. How many of you? Julia, Alison, Lorraine, you're all in. You've already got them in your basket and you've checked out. We've been doing Craft Price Drop quite a bit now, and I think most of you that have watched it more than once know that the secret to getting a great bargain with us is to put it in your basket the second you realise you want it and check out. If you don't check out, even if it's in your basket, you haven't reserved it. It may feel like you have, but you haven't. It's only when you check out that reserves your place in the auction. You will not be charged until the auction ends, okay? Until you hear the announcer say price lock, you will not be charged a penny. We don't know what to charge you until the auction ends, because we don't know what the price is going to be. Here we go, another plummet down to $25.97 from $53.91. That is a better than half price deal. Over 50% off for tonic stamps. Maybe you've never had tonic stamps before. Maybe you didn't realise tonic did stamps. These are great ones to go for because you will use them. The idea is, look, if I turn them round, the idea is that you use the stamps, the polymer stamps that are here for the sentiments, in the centre of the oval, whether it's that way round or whether it's that way round, they will work for you because they're all separate polymer stamps, and you've probably got your own verses or your own words of wisdom that you want to stamp in the centre of the frames as well. They're all tags or frames with one or two exceptions. These three down here, the mandala and the sprigs aren't, obviously, but all of these ones are. 12 left. Still double digits at the moment, but we're going down to single figure availability fairly soon. $25.96. The next 10 of you will be lucky. 9. Here we go. We're into single figures now. $25.95. Is that going to be the final price? I never know. Ross, my producer, never knows. Will it go down a few pence? Will it go down a few more pounds? What will be the final price? You dictate that. If you want all 6 of the remaining sets now, you've locked that price at $25.94. But it's gone down to $25.93 now. 5 left. Saving you nearly £30 off the price. About £28 off at the moment. 4 left. Fancy frames that you can, of course, stamp, that you can, of course, either handwrite in. Maybe you want to put handwritten by or handmade by on the back of cards. They can be used in the front, back, wherever. $25.92, that's it. The last one's gone.
Price lock.
Who got the last one? Pretty. Oh, Pretty in Feltham. Oh, there we go. Nice. Nice one. Thank you. You closed the auction. You have quite simply set that price. Everyone pays the final low price. Did anyone pay P&P in that one, Ross? No one. No one tonight so far in the last 15 minutes or thereabouts has had to pay postage. Jack, could you get me a bit of card just so I can roll this? I just want to show you. This is a star buy. I selected this with Ross, my producer, earlier on. We wanted this as a star buy because I think this is absolutely genius. It's brilliant. What you've got here looks like a tape gun. Thank you, mate. Now, it is and it isn't. It is basically a glue dot gun, OK? Now, if I show you here, you've got, in total, how many glue dots was it? 4,000 glue dots. If I can get the label, there we go. Now, so this reel, I don't know if you can see, this reel is completely covered with glue dots. We're getting as close as we can, because they are transparent, which is what you want from glue dots anyway, so you can't hardly see them. But if you can see them there they are, look, and they're really good sizes. And the trouble with glue dots sometimes is if they're in little boxes and they're on reels like this, you're there kind of with your fingers trying to put the glue dot down, and then have you put enough pressure down, and then, oh no, I haven't, oh, it has actually come off there. But they're not the easiest things to use unless you've got like a delivery system like this gun. Now, what you've got here is a trigger. You pull the trigger. My name's Bradford. Dave Bradford. Dawn's looking at me as if I lost the plot. Now look, you pull the trigger, that releases the mechanism, because without that, it won't move. But you pull the trigger back, what it does do is it then allows you to deliver the glue dot quite simply where you want it. Now, this actually, there we go, look, allows you then to roll across, and where are the glue dots? Where are the glue dots actually? There we go. Now yours, of course, is absolutely... Where are they? They were there earlier. They're not on there now. Where are they, Jack? I'll show you the glue dots. I was using it before the show. It disappeared. So there they are, look. They're all on the roll. And you get 4,000 of them, 4,000 glue dots in total, all for that price. They should be £76. And what that does, what that actual gun does, it allows you to, it's got a roller system on it, allows you to put pressure using the roller, which then of course applies the pressure to the glue dot, which means it goes from the tape onto the work that you're using, whether it's one glue dot that you want or whether it's loads and loads and loads of glue dots that you're after. Okay, now let me just show you. You pull the handle back and simply then you run the glue dot machine over. And what it's doing is dispensing the glue dots. Look, if I angle it, there they are. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row. So they're evenly spaced. So if you want to put maybe ribbon or something like that down, it's dead simple to do it. If you just want one glue dot, all you do, roll it once, and there you are. You've got your single glue dot. So they can go a long way if you just want one for a particular job, maybe, I don't know, putting like a ribbon or a bow or something like that on something. But if you want to put something a lot longer, if you want to stick up, I don't know, matting and layering together, rather than using liquid glue or wet glue, which can be a little bit messy sometimes, this is a very all-easy and quick and convenient way of delivering the glue dots. Look at that. You can see where they all are, all evenly dispensed with this tape or this glue dot dispenser. £45.99. Should be £76. You've got, remember, 4,000 glue dots in total. You can just keep on going. There we are, till the cows come home. Look, it's so simple. It's so easy. You can actually hear almost like a gun going off. Look, that whole sheet has now been covered with sticky glue dots. You would never use them in that way. I'm just putting that on there on the card to show you how easy it delivers all of that. And because they are completely clear and they're also incredibly flat, they're not risen at all, it's not going to make an indentation on tape or on ribbon or anything like that. It will be virtually invisible. So if you've got pieces of ribbon, actually Dawn's just packed all her show up. I was going to get some ribbon off of Dawn to actually show you. But it will hold on to whatever you choose to put on there very effectively. You're coming in for this. Now, we have reduced the price already, £45.15 at the moment. That is the well, it's not the final price, but it's a price that's obviously knocked off nearly £30. Margaret, you're in for this. Tracy, you're in for it as well. Hello, Charmaine. Another Tracy's in as well. Where is this going to go? I don't know how many of these we have. Mary, you've got this in your basket, and all of you are Freedom members at the moment. Have we got another little bit of card, Jack? Another little bit of card? I just want to show you how strong the adhesive is as well. I'll just get another piece of card, maybe a coloured piece of card or something like that. And I can just show you how incredibly durable and strong it is. Thank you, Dawn. That's all right, love. Thank you very much. Marvellous. Dawn's still here. She's clearing up after a show. Look, if I just put this on here like that, just to prove a point, that is on there good and proper. That adhesive is tough, it's strong, it's durable. That isn't going to go anywhere. So if you want to use it for matting and layering, if you want to use it for your ribbons or whatever you want to do. Oh, thanks, got a bit of ribbon as well. Thank you, Jack. Right, let me just show you again how versatile this is. Brand new piece of cardstock, pull the trigger back. Okay, so we've then put 3 or 4 glue dots on there. There's a piece of ribbon that glue would just seep into. I can put the ribbon over the top. It's completely stuck that ribbon without any trace of adhesive whatsoever, and that's on there good and proper. That ain't going anywhere. That's a really tough adhesive. £44.79, the price is going down. How low will it go? If you're in now, you know you're not going to be paying £44 anything. We're going even lower. We've got another plummet coming. £76, plummets down to £37.99. We have saved you half price. 50% off. Look at that. Easy, quick, convenient, very affordable, and with 4,000 glue dots, what would you expect to pay for that? Even with the ones that you just use manually, the machine delivers those dots very quickly, very easily, and without any mess, and it's really strong adhesive as well, so much so it's sticking to the tabletop there. You can hear how good that adhesive is. £37.99 for the gun and 3 reels. 4,000 glue dots. If you want to use them individually as well, you know, if you don't want to necessarily always get the gun out, you haven't got large jobs to do, you can just kind of take 1 or 2 off the roll at a time if you wish to too. £37.85 saves you £40, well, 35, no, nearly £40 off, isn't it? It's better than half price. Better than half price. If you want it, put it in your basket now and check out. That's the solution. Glue dots are always a great idea, but normally they're manual. This, with the machine, means, it's even sticking to the machine, look. This means that you can deliver these glue dots quickly and very easily and efficiently. Maybe you put lots of things up on notice boards, you do a lot of matting and layering, you get in a right old pickle with wet glue. This is the answer. Get yourself a glue dot gun. Okay, we're going again. We're taking the price down even lower. You'll be so glad you got this. It is a star buy in the show. £76 started. It is now $34.95, way under half price. 4,000 glue dots, $34.95. 10 chances remain. 10 of you will be lucky. Already, I've read out loads of names of people that are already in on this auction. So good luck if you are. You know you're going to be paying at least less than £35. There are 9 of these guns left. It has been on air before, but will we be able to get any more stock if this sells out again? When it gets to 0, that will lock the price. $34.91 for 4,000 glue dots and, more importantly, the gun that delivers them for you. You get full instructions how to load it up. You put, of course, the full reel on the front there, and there's a reel at the back that collects the waste. Very good quality gun, good quality glue. I mean, I've stuck all of these quality bits of card together, no problem at all. And because it allows you to apply pressure, because normally you have to apply an awful lot of pressure when you're using them manually, but with the roller there, it actually acts. It's like a pressure delivery mechanism, so you get very even distribution of the glue dots. There's one left at £34.80. Are you going to get the last one? It's gone to Jay in Swindon.
Price lock.
Jay in Swindon, you got the last one. Congratulations. All of you were Freedom members. You've all paid that low price right now on your debit or your credit card. You choose how you pay. $34.80 is all that went for, which is amazing. Amazing value for a gun like that and so many glue dots. OK, now bear in mind we've done a star buy. You might think to yourself, well, star buys are kind of the highlights of the show, which is often the case. Yes, they are. But what about if I said to you that everything from now on in this show is going to be under £20? Nothing will be over £20 at all, everything under 20, so no matter where these prices start, you know you're not going to be charged any more, not a penny more than 20 quid. So you can bet and you can bid, with confidence. You can get in, put things in your basket. Even if you see a price of like £60 or £70 as a starting price, you know it's going to go under 20 because we're telling you it will. So there's no risk whatsoever. If £20 is your budget, the whole of the show is going to be available to you. So there we are, $46.08. That should be the price for these dies. Nope. You know they're going to go to under £20. Heartfelt Creation dies is what you're looking at. And these are the Perfect Petals and the Holly Ornament. 14 dies in total here. If I turn them round so you can see them. So there is your petals. So you've got these wonderful petals in different sizes. And again, the idea is you cut as many of those out as you need. You can layer them together in different shades of green or brown or orange for the autumn or whatever you want to do. And you get that wonderful, that could be a topper actually, or a header, but equally it could be maybe to cut out maybe a decorative part of an envelope flap. That would look lovely. But also they work wonderfully well as corners. Cut that out 4 times, you've then got a wonderful square frame. So those are those. And again, Heartfelt Creations are known more for their stamps than their dies, but they do great dies as well. And there's that set. So that is that one's called the Holly Ornament. But to be honest, that does look like holly at the bottom, but those at the top are just totally versatile. Yeah, they make wonderful frames. You can mat and layer them with them if you want to as well, but lovely shapes. And to be honest, that doesn't necessarily look holly-like unless you're using it in like a wreath or something like that. It's just a lovely tree shape at the end of the day. £46.08. We're promising you that every single item between now and the end of the show is going to be at under 20 quid, so let's take it down to £19.99. We are obviously keeping our word. You won't pay a penny more than £20 for any of the other items that are in the show. If you want to shop ahead of us and look at the website to see other things that are in the show, you can do that, but please don't put them in your basket and check out yet. Because if you do that, you'll end up paying the high price. It's only when the auction is live, like we are now with this, that the lowest price applies, OK? So shop ahead and have a little look and see what's coming up, by all means, but don't put it in your basket and check out until we're live with the auction. Otherwise, you'll be charged the higher price. We don't want that to happen. Now, who's not a member of the Freedom Club? Rachel, you're not a member of the Freedom Club. So you've got this in your basket, you're going to be charged £4.95 P&P. Maybe you're okay with that, but if you pay £6.97 for Freedom membership, and you can do it in the same transaction as putting these in your basket, 888, you won't pay P&P after you've paid for your Freedom membership for a whole month. For a couple of pounds, you've then got, for a couple of pounds more, you've then got the rest of the month to enjoy free or postage paid on craft price drop, and also, of course, on standard Hochanda shows as well. That price is still going down. I'm still gassing. It's still going down. £26 and a few pence off now. Under 20 quid. Everything guaranteed to be under £20. These are the dies that you are getting right now. In conjunction with Spellbinder's Heartfelt Creations, bring you these. I've not seen these before. They've been on once before, not on my watch. Maybe you missed them last time as well. £17.95. We're nearly looking at a £30 saving. Very, very nice. Everything is going to be under 20 between now and 8 o'clock tonight. And then Matthew and I are here with a brilliant one-day special from Matthew Palmer, teaching us how to watercolour and water paint. £17.95. Is that the lowest price we can do? Is that the best we can do? Remember, no P&P if you're a Freedom member. They are lovely dies. You can obviously build all sorts of wonderful images and scenes using these petals here, or they could be leaves. They could be petals too. Multiple cut, build up your flower scenes, various different sizes. That lovely decorative corner you've got there as well. I mean, I remember the days when you pay £17.95 for just that, just that alone. And those days weren't very long ago. You're getting the whole lot at the moment, including these beautiful frames, for £17.95. We've got 4 left, single figures in availability. The next 4 of you through, and bearing in mind we're across the whole of the UK, we're across Europe, we're across America as well, online as well as on TV. Lots of you come in from all corners of the world now, taking part in Craft Price Drop, and also, of course, in regular Hochanda shows. So it's been taken away from me, which means we literally have 1 set left. £17.95, 1 set left. Who's going to be lucky in getting the last one? It is now price locked.
Price lock.
Teresa in London, you got the last one. Congratulations, Teresa. Everybody pays that final low price thanks to you checking out. £17.95. No one... we have one person pay P&P, yeah? Yeah. Rachel in Fleetwood, you've paid P&P. But at the end of the day, you know, that's your prerogative. Right. Now, we have got, I think, another star buy at the end of the hour. Okay, so another star buy coming up at the end of the hour, and it is foam. Okay, if you've been looking for foam that you can mould, that you can shape, that you can turn into stamps, that you can die cut, this is coming up at the end of the hour. We've already told you everything's going to be under 20 quid. And is it 80 sheets? 80 sheets of foam. If you've been looking for foam, this is coming up as a star buy before 8 o'clock tonight in assorted colours, all wrapped up in their colour families as well. That is coming up soon. Okay, what have we got next for you? Okay, first things first, what's this stood up? What you've got here are your acetates, okay? You've actually got 6 sheets of A3 acetate, which you can trim down if you want to. So if you don't like A3, you're much more an A4 person, just cut it in half. You've then got 12 sheets of A4. So they come protected. You've actually got a protective film over the top of the acetate, which of course protects it from getting scratched and so on. So don't think it looks a bit odd when you get it. You just basically remove the protective film. But you're getting 6 sheets of A3 and 100 patterned A4 sheets, which we put in here. Now, what I love about our bundles when we bring you these is that they don't just come as papers. We've taken these sheets out just so you can see the quality of them, and you do get 5 of each of the patterns. So there's 20 patterns, 5 of each, 100 sheets in total, but they come in individual cellophane wrappers. This is genius. The reason I say it's genius is that normally paper or card, if it comes out of a packet, ends up getting a little bit grimy, grubby, dusty, mucky, with the cats walking all over it, with you, you know, dropping it on the floor or whatever. These have actually got resealable plastic envelopes. So if you just want a sheet out of this one, like the look of it, all you've got to do quite simply is take it out and keep the other 4 and reseal it. So it's going to keep all of your precious papers dust-free and dirt-free. You're getting... let me run through some of these designs that you've actually got here so you can see. There's various designs in here. What you see is what you're going to be getting. So let me just flick through some of them for you. You've got some kind of retro flowers. You've got your black and white check. That's really funky, I like that one. Grey flowers, grey floral, purple flowers as well, and roses, dots and spots, 100 sheets. Oh, I like that one, the yellow and black. That's really quite funky. Under £20, remember, guaranteed to be under 20 quid. So don't look at that price thinking it's 41, 44. Dave said it's going to be 20 quid. It will be, I promise you. When we start to plummet, it will go below £20. You will not be paying a penny more than £20 guaranteed for 6 A3 acetate sheets and 100 sheets of gorgeous designer paper. £11.95. Not only have we gone under 20 quid, we have slashed that price. That's 2/3 off. 2/3 off the price. Well, actually, 3/4. 3/4 off the price from 41.44 down to 11.95. Grab these right now while we've got them. If you were at a craft fair and you had the opportunity to see these on stands, maybe on kind of spiral stands or whatever, you took them off and you were being charged. What does it work out to? It's about per pack. There's 5 sheets in each pack, so that's 20. It's about 50p a pack, roughly 60p a pack. Now that is ridiculous. You'd expect to spend at least a couple of pounds on 5 sheets of designer paper like that. There's the grey flowers on the white background. And remember, everything is going to be protected from moisture, from dust, from dirt, from accidental rippages, from your pets as well, yeah? Or maybe you've got kids that are very inquisitive as to what mum or dad are up to. Very, very busy, and lots of you coming through for this. But just take them out a sheet at a time. A few of you are multi-buying on this one. You know what that means. If you're a Freedom member, you can buy as many of these as you like and not pay a single penny postage. You could have 200 A4 sheets, and at the moment that would be £23.90, £24.90. Two sets at the moment. If we doubled that, £11.95, it'd be £23.90, wouldn't it? £23.90, and that would get you 200 sheets plus 12 A3 sheets of acetate. That's if the price stays where it is. But I've got a funny feeling it may not stay at that price. £11.95, you got in early. So many of you have got in early, making sure that you're getting that price. You're going to get that final low price and hopefully no postage. We're going again. We're plummeting again. Just after 7:30, we're saving you a lot of money tonight. We like that. £9.99, less than a tenner. We've knocked 3/4 off the price. More than 3/4 off, actually. It's about 77% off the price. If you want them, they are designer papers. They're gorgeous quality. 6 A3, and you've got the fantastic 100 pattern sheets of paper, all for just under £10 at the moment. We promised you less than 20 guaranteed. We've gone under 10 on this one. And what would you pay for reusable A4 resealable plastic wallets? So don't throw these away. When you've used the paper, you can put other cardstock in there, protect it. Maybe you've got decoupage sheets and bits always kind of come out of the decoupage sheets. Put them back into resealable plastic wallets. You don't have to buy them, you're getting them with this. Price is still going at £9.95. Everybody pays the final low price. No one pays £12, £13, £15. If you come in and it says a certain price on the screen, that usually is not the price you'll pay, it's the final price. Here we come. We've got 23 of these sets left. 23 sets. What did you pay last time you bought some quality acetate? Did you have the opportunity of buying acetate of this sort of size? A3 is huge. Normally acetate sheets are A4. Cut it in half, it is an A4. Or if you're doing bigger projects or you know that you need bigger sheets and you thought, well, they probably don't exist, they do. For the pattern sheets, it's under 10p a sheet. And that's not taking into account the acetate. 12 A4s if you cut them in half, or 6 A3s if you leave them intact. 17 chances to get into this auction. Lots of you have multi-ordered, lots of you put 2 or maybe even 3 sets in. Let me just fan out again these designs and the patterns that you've got here. They are lovely. You've got your retro oranges and yellow flowers. You've got your turquoise blue with the red flowers there as well. I love that black and blue one. That's really quite unusual and funky. I like a shirt like that. Mind you, I'd like a shirt like most things. Cool. There we go, look. All of these patterns, all of this quality and all of this variety for less than £10. And that's a delivered price, remember, for Freedom members. £9.67, no 4.95 P&P for you. I mean, you're paying more than half, again, in postage if you're not a Freedom member. It doesn't make sense to do that. Become a Freedom Club member, 888 is the item number, £6.97 for membership, and you get your badge, you get access to all the Freedom discounted prices on shows as well, and biggest deal is no one pays postage.
Price lock.
It came and went. Who got the last one there, Ross? Janet in Loughborough, you sealed the fate of that. Thank you very much, Janet. You closed the auction. You locked that price for everybody of £9.60. That was the price everybody paid. And if you have got a debit or credit card that you've obviously registered, that is what you'll be paying right now. No one pays during the auction. It's at the end of the auction when we know what to charge your card. Now, if you do want to call, if you don't like doing things on the website, then do feel free. You can at any point give us a call. Different number to normal. 01733 797 100. Will get you through to the craft price drop team upstairs. But do bear in mind, if we have a big response and there's queues on our phones, sometimes the operators can't get to you in time before the auction ends. That's not their fault, it's just the sheer number of calls that are coming through. So do please, if you can, use the website or your smartphone to do it online. It makes more sense, it's quick. Right, now, jewellery makers. If you're a jewellery fan, if you love your beads and baubles, then this is going to be something that you will not want to miss out on. I love these colours, really autumnal. Love them. You've got your tiger tail. You're getting a spool of tiger tail included, which is metallic grey, as tiger tail normally is. But what you've also got is a lovely, huge collection of orange beads. You've got 154 centimetres and 50 metres of metallic grey tiger tail. Let me show you the beads first of all. I love this one. These are glass, not plastic, and they have got a frosted finish to them. Obviously they come stranded, but you can of course snip them and use them individually as earrings maybe, or use as many or as few as you wish. But there they are, kind of oval lozenge in shape. Beautiful, beautiful frosted colours in yellow, orange and red. You've then got these, which are more disc-like actually. And again, these have all been threaded for you as well. They've got a lovely shine to them, wonderfully smooth. They'll revolve when you're wearing them, maybe as a bracelet or whatever. And you've got your reds and your yellows on that set. This next one, it looks almost like a little centipede or something. They're little donuts of glass, and they are flat rather than being circular. Well, they're circular on the edge, but they're flat to they actually kind of sit next to each other flatly. You've got again red and you've got orange. Repeating through there, loads of little beads on that one. This set, you've got your clear lozenges, if I can call them that, in like an amber colour, beautiful burnt orange. And then look at these beads. These are absolutely stunning. They really are. These have got more of a ceramic appearance to them. Lovely patterning, like a blue, a very, very faint blue or grey rope effect around those. And again, you've got more of those completely clear orange beads too. Now, how you use these is entirely up to you. What combination you use them in, whether you mix them all together, whether you leave them completely separate, it's entirely up to you. But we are guaranteeing these are going to go under £20. They're starting only at £21.49, so they haven't got far to fall, or have they? £12.99. You can make probably a good half dozen or more pieces of jewellery, depending on what you're making. I mean, if you want to use these just in earrings, you could probably get a couple of dozen earring sets out of them. But if you're making bracelets and necklaces as well, we're down to only 5 sets of these remaining. Jewellery makers and jewellery lovers, please get on the phones now. Oh, this one, I missed this one earlier on. Didn't see that one. That's like a cloudy stone. Again, it's glass. And you've got that striped orange pattern going around it too. And then the tiger tail is included as well. $11.19. Grab them. If you love having a stash of beads to choose from, then this is your opportunity to go orange, to go autumnal, to go amber. That's what you've got. That's the overall colour palette, as you can see. Oranges and yellows, looking like sweets, but of course they are not. £10.73. Last 2 chances to get your tiger tail and these glass beads. Are they going any second now? All Freedom members so far. None of you are paying a P&P at all in this auction. One left at £10.73 for the lot. The last one's gone. Brilliant.
Price lock.
Thank you, sir. He's confirmed it. We have locked that price at nearly 20 to 8 on Tuesday night. I was thinking, what day of the week is it? Right, now, have you got an occasion coming up soon that is going to warrant a lot of mail-outs? A lot of mail-outs. Maybe you've got, maybe you work for a school or an organisation or a group that has award ceremonies. Maybe you've got a big wedding to plan. I've never seen so many envelopes in one place in my life. I haven't. You've got 750 envelopes. They're going to go under 20 quid. I've told you that every auction between now and 8 o'clock is going to go under £20. And you might be thinking they're going to be rubbish quality for that price. Look, They are lovely, lovely quality. You've got, if you love your satin card, that's what you've got here, satin paper in pink. Think about your little girl's birthday parties, invitations being sent out in wonderful kind of baby pink envelopes. Or maybe it's a fundraiser. Pink is a colour that's very often associated with certain fundraising causes for good causes. Then why not, if you're having maybe, I don't know, coffee mornings and invitations where you want to send out for 750 envelopes for £69.99, but they're going to be under 20 quid. If it's 19.90, if we go to 19.99 with this, how much would that be an envelope? 750 at 20 quid. 2 pence an envelope. No way. That's where we've gone with it. 19.99, but is it going to go lower? I don't know. 750 pink envelopes. Where do we find these things? Amazing. I mean, last time I bought some envelopes, it's a pack of 10. I think it was about £2.50 for 10. And they were basic standard white ones from the supermarket, and they were rubbish, to be fair. Tasted horrible. I'm not going to lick these though. But they have got gum on the back. Quality, quality all the way. And they're not, you know, you can't see through them. You can't see what the invitation says until you open up the envelope. We've taken them to £12.99. They come in a massive box, and we're going to deliver it without a penny postage if you're a Freedom member. Let me just stack them up so you can see how many 750 envelopes look like. Look at this. Have you ever seen so many envelopes in your days? Unless you work in a sorting office, probably not. They're brilliant. If pink's your colour, if it's your favourite colour, or it's a fundraising colour, you know the sort of charities I'm talking about, where pink ribbons are often worn and that sort of thing, and people brilliantly every year do so much for good causes and charitable causes, but maybe it often ends up with doing mail-outs, mail shots. If maybe you're going to be putting invitations through people's doors, you're not necessarily going to be posting them, let's say. Think about this. £12.43. Only £12.36 now for all 750 of the envelopes. Now, if you want to do a little bit of a close-up for me, Jimmy, just so you can see how good and how well these are made. The gum is there, good and proper. You're not going to end up with flaps that don't kind of stick down. You've got the glue all the way around the edge. You can see it. It's gorgeously done. Everything's folded to perfection. It's actually the shine that you get off of it which really impresses me, because that is something that you'd normally expect to pay a premium for. And size-wise, I didn't mention that. Let me do that now. 106 by 216 mil. Now, what's that in inches, I wonder? I've got a clue. I can't convert anything. But that's 10.6 centimetres by 21.6 centimetres, basically. So that's a really good... Is that like a DL size? I think it might be. Do you want them? You're only paying £12.08 for them. 750. Do you know what? It's up to you what you do with these when they arrive at your home. If you've got a craft store and you want to sell 10 pink envelopes for £2.50, that'd be 25p an envelope. Pink envelopes for 25p. That's good, isn't it? So that would be £2.50. Thank you very much for 10 envelopes. You've got 750 here. Do the maths. To you. You can sell them on. We don't mind. It's entirely up to you what you do with what you buy from us. When it arrives at your home, it's your call. 750 pink envelopes. Maybe you want to split them between lots of your friends. Lisa and Kamana, you've just got the last set. You've just got the last set. Congratulations, one and all. That's probably one of the most unusual auctions I've done. I've done a few unusual ones, including doorknobs, but we won't go down there. But certainly the pink envelopes, they are very, very unusual, and you love them, which is good news. Now, something else that's a bit unusual. These actually are from a company called Hassel Castle. Now, what you've got here are pre-cut buildables, if I can call them that. What you've got, have a little look. On the front of each of these packets, you'll see an illustration at the front. You'll see a lovely little pram for a newborn, and you'll also see a lovely box that the pram can go in. So it's a complete gift all in one, which you can personalise and decorate. Let me show you, because inside here, you've got all the pre-cut elements to make that pram, to make the box as well. It's all been done. You don't have to invest in dies or anything like that. All of the components have been cut out for you, so you know everything's going to fit. You get full instructions how to put it all together as well. And if you love kind of engineering and construction, which I know lots of you do, then this is going to be great. Even the acetate for the box is included as well, and you get full printed and pictured instructions. Shows you exactly what goes where, what bits what, how you put it together to make that fantastic ornament. So you're getting a total of 8 of these. You get the pram and the box to put the pram in. You're also getting the lantern and the girls' sandals, which can go inside there if you want them to. The next one is another pram, but a slightly different one. And again, you get the box, which you can actually choose to put the pram in the box or keep it out and use the display box for something else if you want to. It's up to you. You've got another one here, which is like a little cot, which is rather cool and cute. Again, that can go into, it's a baby car seat, that one. That can go in the box as well. You've then got boys' sandals. You've then got girls' sandals. And then the last one, or girls' shoes, that one is your topiary tree as well. So these are ornaments. They're absolutely lovely. They're all 3-dimensional, and you get 8 of them. They should be £55.92. You know what? They're going under 20 quid. There we go, proving it. Everything in the show between now and the end of the hour is £20 or less. Now, you can sell these on, you can make them and sell them, you can decorate them, paint them, put embellishments on them, it's up to you. But you've got 8 of them there, and what would they be? An ornament like that, a pram like that, or whatever it might be, in a box. What would that be? What would you send that for? Tenner? £15? Maybe? We have a brand new low price that I've just been told we've just been authorised to go to. Now, I never know anything about this. I'm oblivious. I never know what's happening. Anyone that knows me will say, oh, that's true. OK. If you get in now, not only are you paying less than £20, look at where we can go. I've just been told where this is going, and I can't believe it. Watch the arrows. Watch them flashing. Here's the crashing price. Look at this. 8 for £9.99. It's never ever been that low before. This is the lowest these have ever been, and you don't get just one, you get all 8 of them. All 8 of these fantastic projects. Everything is cut for you. You don't have to trace anything, draw anything, measure anything. All you do basically are put the components together. Full instructions and pictures are included as well. All the bits that you need are in there. And you can make these 3-dimensional ornaments. If you've got someone in the family that's expecting fairly soon, or maybe you've got some people at work that you know are expecting a little arrival fairly soon, the majority of these are kind of baby related. You do, of course, have the boys' sandals as well. And you've also got the girls' shoes too. But you've also got the topiary too. You can have all sorts of fun decorating up that topiary tree, definitely. £9.99. Down from £55.92. You are getting an absolute bargain. It's the pre-cut Hassel Castle or Hassel Castle creations. How would you say it? Hassel Castle, yeah. Castle. Judy says castle. Ross says castle. Jack? Castle. Oh, I was just looking round at Matthew, who's not here. I'm sure he'd go castle. Yeah. OK, Hassel Castle it is then. £9.99, 10 left. If you're quick, you can get these. They are fun to put together. They're great when they're displayed. They make wonderful gifts. Rather than just giving someone a card, then why not give them an ornament saying, you know, this is going to remind you of the day that you had that little boy or that little girl, because you've got the pram in the... It's something that people cherish and keep for years, isn't it? £9.75, 7 chances to get in this auction, 7 left. We're nearly at 10 to 8 on a Tuesday night. Only 10 minutes left of Craft Price Drop. I'll be with you in the morning as well at 7 a.m. for the early Craft Price Drop. Yeah. We love it. Hassel Castle. 3D model templates. They've been popular before. They'll prove you popular again tonight. We're under a tenner at £9.60. Never have they been this low before. Gone.
Price lock.
Congratulations, yep, we've locked that price. Who took it to 0? Who was that? Who? Cecilia. I've got a blockage. Hang on. Say that again. Cecilia in Lincoln. Oh, Christine and Mould. Hello, Christine. You're not a Freedom member. You got one, but you've had to pay the P&P. OK. We've got 2 auctions left, have we? And what I mean when I say I've got a blockage, probably sounds a bit strange, I have a little earpiece that the outside world can communicate with me, and sometimes it gets blocked up with all sorts of air bubbles and things like that. Right, that's the only blockage I was referring to. Right, let's move on then, and let's talk about embossing Embossing plates, to be honest. You think of embossing as being like mylar, that sort of thing, embossing folders, plastic. This, though, is a metal embossing system, and they are designed to last and last and last. These are a set of 4. They're going to go to less than 20 quid, because I promise you everything will. You've got all these wonderful patterns, quite mandala-like these. You've got the star, you've got the round. That one, as you can see, has got like a little bit of a Celtic influence in the middle of it, with flowers around the edge as well, very nice. So they are completely solid metal. So virtually indestructible. Now, you can, if you want to, use a ball tool and emboss through it like that, but you can also put them through a machine. Any machine, size permitting, will emboss beautifully. Now, let's get that price moving down. We're up against the clock right now. We're less than 20 quid, as we promised you. 28.50 down to 19.99. But what do they do, Dave? That's what they do. So this is on satin cardstock. Equally, it could be vellum, it could be leather, it could be balsa wood, depending on the machine that you've got. But it embosses beautifully. If you use the whole thing through a machine, that's what it's going to give you. But you can just, you can just take elements of it, if you want to, and use an embossing tool. We're taking them down even lower. Look at that, isn't that lovely? As a background, maybe, or maybe you want that to be the foreground. That's the main focal point of the card, possibly. £14.57, under £15 for all 4 of these metal embossing stencils. It could be that you're just looking at the stencil and you think, oh, do you know what? I don't want anything else other than the star on that. I just want that to emboss my parchment with, or whatever. Feel free. You can just take any element out of that you want. Maybe you just want to have that little cross in the corner, or you just want to have the outside, almost like it's almost like a postage stamp edge to it, isn't it? We're going down again. We're going even lower still. £12.79. And no P&P for Freedom Club members. How much have you saved on postage since you've been a Freedom member? Have you ever sat and worked it out? Well, I know I had an email a little while ago now from a lady that worked out she'd saved in excess of £600 postage since she'd been a member of Freedom and she'd been watching Hochanda. That's no mean saving, is it? That's a lot of money better off in your account than ours. And they're slightly different sizes. You get 2 squares and you get 2 rectangles as well. Designed for you. This is what I love about doing Craft Price Drop, is sometimes we bring you things that I've not seen before, maybe you've not seen before, because we get sources all over the world bringing us products for Craft Price Drop. 4 minutes left. There's one more auction after this. £12.15, and the stock is going down quickly. Someone bought 2 in one go there, I think, or 2 checked out at the same time. A couple of multi-buyers. 8 left at £12.15. Good luck. Hope you get it. 7 left. You're saving at the moment £26 roughly off that price. And what have we got? Oh, we've got the foam to come. I forgot about that. The foam is coming up as our final auction, our final item. £12, saving you £16.50 off. All of you on the bottom of the screen are in. Eileen in Burton-on-Trent, Penny in Saltash, just a few of you there. OK, we're going to move on. 2 left. Who's taking it to 0? Is this going to be the final price, or can we take another penny or 2 off? Stephanie in Spalding, you've just closed the auction.
Price lock.
£12. That's what you've paid for all those 4 metal embossing templates. Now, foam. Lots of it. Tons. Well, not tons, it's quite lightweight. But loads of it. Loads and loads and loads of foam. This is something that I think most of you need and want and really would love to have in your stash, because you've got all the different colours that you can see here to start off with. It's lovely quality foam. Very often you can die cut foam and use it for maybe your flowers. Making flowers out of foam is a very, very popular way of using foam. But also remember, by using your dies, you can convert your dies now by using foam into stamps. Ah, light bulb moment, ding! Because you think, hang on, I've got all these dies that I just normally use on cardstock. Why not die cut them? You then have the foam that you can then put onto an acrylic block, and you know what? It'll stamp brilliantly. Convert your dies into stamps, but you need a lot of foam to do that, because you've got a lot of dies, I'm sure. Well, here's the idea. You've got 80 sheets of foam. You get 2 sheets in each pack. Again, you get the cellophane resealable envelopes, which don't throw them away because they are invaluable. They're A4, so they're going to be really handy. You get quite a few brown. Look at that one. It's a lovely colour. That kind of salmon pink. You've then got the bright pink. Under 20 quid, remember, we're guaranteeing this at less than £20. There you've got a lovely bright green. Grey, one of my favourite colours. Then you've got your purple. And I think you're getting, is it 5 of each? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so you get 10 sheets of each colour. And you got the blue, and you've also got the colours up here as well. 80 sheets altogether of quality foam. Now, I'll be honest with you, whether you can heat this or not, I do not know. I would not suggest it because we don't know whether it is heat resistant or not, so I would not recommend you do that. But what I would recommend you do is die cut it, shape it, mould it. You're loving it. You're loving this foam, and it's quality foam as well. Convert your dies into stamps, make them into foam stamps with these foam collections today. £10.80 and no postage, no P&P to pay if you're a Freedom Club member. And we'll get this. This will not fit through that man's slot in the post office, will it? That will not fit through, you know, that plastic thing that they stuff everything through. It ain't going to go through there. So this would be a lot of P&P, even though it's quite light. You'll get it today. £10.80 delivered. Keep my fingers crossed for you that you're putting... I'm getting blocked again. Hang on a minute. So annoying when that happens. Like someone turns the off switch. Like everything. £10.80. And with 30 seconds left on the show, I have to be unblocked, otherwise I could end up crashing out of the show. It's gone again. Okay, 783163, get it. The last one's there, £10.80. It's gone to zero, and I can't hear who's...
Price lock.
But thanks ever so much to all of you that have taken part in Craft Price Lock. I'm going to go and get deblocked, and I will see you with Matthew and the one-day special very, very soon. I can just about hear them say, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're out.
Hi, I'm Fiona Clayton from Crafter's Companion. I've been crafting for about 7 years now, having rediscovered my love of a childhood hobby. I'm delighted that I can share with you all my hints, tips and ideas, and here at Hochanda we're going to make sure that you really enjoy your crafting as well. So join me, Fiona Clayton, here on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Lizzie, and I've been chosen to represent the brand of threaders from Crafter's Companion. How exciting is that? Now, I've seen a few little bits and pieces that are going to come our way, and they are so exciting. So there's machine embroidery, there's applique, there's quilting, there's just normal stitching. What more can we say? It's absolutely fantastic. Think of all those things, and I'm going to inspire you, the new stitcher, and I'm going to inspire you, the experienced stitcher. And hopefully all of us together will be on that journey and we can learn from each other. So join me for the Threaders shows on Hochanda.
Tonic's 17th birthday, so we're so excited to celebrate with you and bring you some amazing new products only on Hochanda. Tune in for 11 days of brilliant shows featuring our brand new media die sets, flower dies, stamps, the amazing new gift boxes, the Legacy Keeper wallet die set, Nouveau vintage drops, they're amazing, expanding mousses and many more. So join myself and Paola from 6 p.m. on the 6th of September for the launch of Tonic birthday celebrations.
Absolutely. Meet the man who is going to inspire you to take up painting. Matthew Palmer's back. Good to see you.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, yeah, good.
Well, congratulations, because the one-day special launched this evening at 6 o'clock was really, really popular. Nearly 40% of the entire day's stock has gone. Whenever I work with you, I want to start painting. I mean, you have that sort of effect on everybody.
Yeah, well, you know, it's trying to give people encouragement, and I just enjoy it, basically. Simple as that, really. And
that comes across. And if he's enjoying it, the chances are you're going to enjoy it. And what Matthew brings you is kits to get you started, because it's a little bit of a minefield out there. What do you get? What brushes do you need?
Where do you start?
Exactly.
Yes. It's always tricky, isn't it, to know exactly what to do, because you go in an art shop and there's just rammed full of paints and brushes, like, it's crazy, isn't it, to know where to get. This is where to start, you know, and it's always interesting.
So tell us about the one-day special. What's in it today? I know we've got the DVD that I'm holding at the moment.
Yeah, so this is quite a special one, folks, because we've got you some wonderful painting gear, but the star of the show, in my opinion, is this brand new DVD. It's 145 minutes. This is an exclusive, limited edition. It's only here for the one-day special.
Okay, so you will not find this anywhere else apart from with us right here today. And what this is 140 odd minutes of tutorial from Matthew that explains all the techniques that you need to understand about painting this picture. So you can end up with a picture just like this by watching this DVD and going for the one-day special, yeah?
Exactly, and we've got, just here on the easel, Dave, we've got the actual painting, what was done for the DVD, and it just shows all those vibrant colours in the detail. And that's another side of what we're offering, because not only are you getting this 145-minute DVD, which will learn you skies, sketching, trees, mountains, buildings, it's rammed.
Yeah.
But then you're getting all this detail kit here, which is something I always enjoy. I love detail.
So it's not just about the DVD, it's also about everything else that's in the kit here today as well. Now, Matthew's watercolour paper pack is included as well. There's 5 lovely sheets of gorgeous quality watercolour card.
It is. It's more canvas because it's cotton. We call it paper because traditionally watercolour is paper, but this is 100% cotton, which means for me it's more canvas. It's beautiful stuff.
Now, you've also got the DVD, which we talked about. Also, this paintbrush. Now, this is quite an unusual looking paintbrush, isn't it? This is something that you're quite proud of as well, isn't it?
It is. It's something that I've spent quite a few years developing and designing, and this was launched at the start of this year, and it's back in stock after selling out here on Hochanda. This is the large brush, and you can see it's a very strange looking brush really, but that design on this Matthew Palmer branching detail brush is to do 2 things. It's designed to give you super detail, like having a pen in your hand rather than a brush, and hold it like a pen and draw with it. But the dark hair is a reservoir that holds lots of colour, and it allows you to paint for long periods without having to renew every 10 seconds. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But also, it's a large tapered brush. It goes from a size 10, which is quite large, down to a 0, so you can do trees like that. You can paint skies with it, but then you can go down to the finest little spot.
So it's almost like 3 or 4 paintbrushes in one, really.
Exactly, yeah.
And is this the only brush you'd need to make this picture, then?
Yeah, well, pretty much. I mean, you can paint... People would have seen in the first show that you could use just a single brush to paint an entire picture. Obviously, you can keep going adding different brushes, but I mean, this is a good all-rounder that will do skies, trees, detail, buildings.
Now, not only do you get the brush, you also get a craft knife as well. Now, that craft knife is ingenious, what you can use it for. And I'll never forget the first time you showed me how to do it, use the techniques of it. What do you use it for? What would you use?
It's for texture, mainly. It's like removing the surface of the paint, so think of reflections. If we can look at this painting here of Rome, this reflection of the sun is done with a craft knife. It's basically scraping off the colour at the end, and it causes a reflection. But if you wanted to do things like, you know, a sparkle on the water, perfect.
Yeah, so if you look here, the sparkling water there that you can see in the picture that you're going to be creating yourself, that's done by the craft knife. That's why it's in there. I've never ever seen that technique.
It's just literally cutting the paper, simple as that.
And then finally, you get 2 tubes of paint to get you started as well. Now, these are skin tone colours, light and slightly darker. Now, these are 2 really useful colours to have, aren't they?
They are. First time I've seen these in a one-day special, skin tone light and skin tone dark, and you can see that these are branded up as Matthew Palmer collection, because I've designed these colours not just for portraits. I use them all the time for skies. Makes a wonderful sky. And this painting of Rome, this entire picture has got light skin tone coming through. You can see it, the wonderful hues in the sky. But then dark skin tone for the Colosseum, for the roofs.
Wow.
Beautiful set of colours. And on the DVD, it uses the skin colours throughout.
And it's like Rome at sunset, isn't it? Really kind of evocative colours, warm colours. Love it.
Yeah, it's got that nice kind of cosy warmth about it.
And if I just show you, there's another picture down here that Matthew pointed out to me before the show. I mean, here you can see this lovely portrait, and that's using the same colours as well.
It is, it's using just the 2 skin tones, obviously. A light skin, but then dark skin's the hair. So it's a good all-rounder.
It is a good all-rounder, and for less than £30, it is a brilliant, brilliant price. Over 40% of the saving, of course, and actually the quantity and the quality. Yeah, the quantity over 40%'s gone. So all the 40s, 40% off, and 40% of the actual stock gone in the first show this evening. £22.40 you save. £29.99 is all you pay for it. You get the paper, 5 sheets. Remember, you get the paints, you get the craft knife, that very special brush, and most importantly of all, the instructional DVD. 140 minutes worth of tutorial from Matthew himself, and this is a little clip of it without sound. Obviously yours is going to have sound, and we've sped this up a little bit as well just to show you the process.
Yeah, exactly, and you can see I'm using a brush very similar to the branching detail one to paint in the rocks. What's interesting about this DVD, like I say, it's not just about painting just that one picture. There's so much. You've got mountains, you've got skies, you've got trees, you've got buildings. But I think on its own the DVD is around the £15 mark, is it something like that? So I mean, just in its own right, and it's, of course it's sold out individually as well, but just in its own right, that is a wonderful thing. And like I say, it's very much a limited edition product.
And it's really lovely to have a DVD that is allowing you to take part and paint in real time with Matthew, and you've got the same picture as the reward at the end of it, which is fantastic. So, and the lovely thing is you can rewind it if you miss a little bit or don't get a little bit. You can just kind of replay it and go back and do another bit again. But you know what? You're going to love, and you're going to pick up so many hints and tips from Matthew along the way. You can use those skills in future paintings, of course, as well, which is what it's all about. We've got other Matthew products in the show today, including his book that was only out a couple of months ago. That's on the show as well if you check out the website hochanda.com. Okay, now obviously we're not going to paint the picture that's on the DVD, but you're going to show us a few techniques.
Yeah, so I've got a sheet of the watercolour paper that's in the one day special. It's very thick, it's £140 weight, so it's very, very strong stuff. It's designed to hold colour, it's got texture, it's like painting on canvas. Now what I've done is I've stuck it down to a board, just a piece of a scrap board, and you can see it's been used quite a lot. It's the back of a sketchbook, actually.
Oh, is it?
This is just a bit of masking tape. It's worth saying that you don't need to use an easel.
Right.
A table or a desk is absolutely fine.
So you don't need anything fancy, not massive investments.
No, if I paint at home, I mean, I'm lucky that I've got my own studio, but I just use a desk and just paint away. So can't go wrong, really.
No, absolutely.
This makes it easy for people to see, you know. Now I'll take some more masking tape. This is just normal masking tape, and I always think it's a nice idea to divide this large paper into smaller working areas. If you're a beginner, that's not a bad idea, but even me, I paint pictures this size all the time, so so it's a nice way of working. So I think we're going to do something nice and warm and colourful because we've got skin tones. So what I'm going to do, we should just quickly mention this water pot, by the way. This one is the non-spill water pot.
Well, that's handy for me around.
Yeah, so it actually, this piece comes out here, which means you can pop your brush in there and it doesn't spill because it kind of goes under the rim.
Yeah, yeah.
Or you can take the whole thing off and use it like a traditional water pot. And of course that's available as well.
Okay, that's on the show too. It's on the screen actually. You get the watercolour tin, you get the brush holder and the non-spill pot as well. All of that for just £9.99. There we go, that's what you get.
Now let's use the branching detail brush. These are also available in the set of 2 as well, the large and the small, which is about half the size, so for real fine detail. But this one, this is the large one here that we're using, which is actually in the one day special. Beautiful brush, really proud and chuffed with this one, and it's a nice...
You're quite unique as an artist because you develop your own products. Awful lot of artists don't do that. They just paint and that's what they do.
Yeah, I think that comes from being a self-taught artist. I mean, because there's things I've always wanted to do, and I'm lucky enough that I can bring these things to market. You know, working with the SAA and manufacturers up and down the country, because I mean the paints are all British made, you know, really good quality stuff.
And actually, talking of paints, if you do want some more colours from Matthew's range, check the website out. They're on a pick and mix actually. And for someone that's starting out, Matthew, what colours would you recommend people buy first?
Yeah, it's a good question. So it's always nice to go for the kind of primary colours. The red, yellow and blue is not a bad idea. So natural blue, natural red and natural yellow light. Primary colours. So you can mix any colours. But I want to use a couple of different colours on this picture actually.
Okay.
So we can see which ones would be good for you if you like this picture. But we'll start off with the one day special. Wetting the paper first is a great way of allowing your skies to flow. So I'm using this branching detail brush here to wet it through, and I want to go for the light skin tone. Now the way to use the brush in its kind of largest form is to bend it into the colour, lift it and mix it into whatever palette you're using. Now it doesn't have to be anything like this, it could be a saucer, a plate from the kitchen, but I'm sure people watching this show have got plenty of mixing options out there. So working this down towards the bottom, that's the light skin tone. And what's interesting is this colour will massively change when it dries. It always does. So that's the light skin tone. Clean brush. Just going to wipe off the excess on the side there. And then we'll go for the darker skin tone so we can see the contrast.
So when you actually squirt it from the tube, the paint, obviously it's kind of liquid based then, but if you just leave it in the palette, it will dry solid, yeah?
Yeah, and you still use it.
Right.
These are all solid. I can just put water with it because watercolour is very economical. It's actually what you call fugitive watercolour, which means it never really dries. It kind of just needs a bit of water to lift it.
Bit of moisture recharges it.
Exactly, yeah. Okay. It's got to be the most economical art form out there compared to oils. But look at those two colours. You can imagine a sunrise, can't you? So it's the light skin followed by the dark skin at the top. Now, if I want to go a little bit darker and add some clouds to this, still using the dark skin tone, what I'm going to do is add a little tiny bit of natural grey. Now, natural grey is one of the colours in the pick and mix. Now, natural grey is always a staple colour because it's the colour of shadows.
Right, okay.
So if you just look around the studio, we see grey everywhere. We see it. We see my hand shadow is grey on the board there. I don't know if you can see that at home. But that's the sort of thing that makes painting important. The shadows bring things alive. We've all got shadows. If you don't have shadows, you Count Dracula, I think. So I'm just gonna... So I've got some natural grey. It's a pre-mixed shadow colour. Now, it's quite a bold claim, but as far as I'm concerned, it's the only shadow colour, true grey in existence, that's designed to replicate a shadow. So it's quite a big thing to say. But notice this horizontal twist I'm doing. I'm wiggling the brush across the damp paper, and you can see it's soft, nice and soft. It's giving dark clouds against the sunrise or sunset, whatever you prefer it to be, really. So a horizontal wiggle, which is quite enjoyable. I'm just going to taper these ends away a little bit. I'm just going to do a couple more of these, but slightly smaller. So I'm making use of the tip.
What always is obvious to me when I watch you work is that everyone can do this. You know, it's just having the confidence, and you're giving people the confidence to have a go.
It's just knowing the skills, isn't it? It's like, I always think of this to be like following a recipe. If you follow the recipe, watch the shows back, watch the DVD, it's all in there. So clean my brush very quickly, give it a squeeze through the fingers.
Is the idea that you watch the DVD first and then have a go at the painting?
I think so, yeah. It's quite a nice thing to watch, you know. Watch it on its own, or you can paint along in real time. But I'm just kind of... This might sound a bit weird, but I'm wiping the bottoms of the clouds.
Right.
If we can get away with saying that.
So they don't drip.
So they don't drip. Top tip. But you can see it puts like a light underneath it. So imagine the sun's gone and the light's catching. Beautiful.
That is good,
Now that's my sky. I want to leave that to dry. And we'll come back and we'll put some landscape.
Okay, well let me just show you the pick and mix that we were talking about before, because obviously in the one day special you're getting the light skin tone and the darker skin tone included, which are really handy colours to have. But all of these colours you can see on this little swatch that I'm holding here are available to buy individually in a pick and mix. I say individually, you can buy 3 for £14.39. That's on a Freedom discounted price. So if you're a Freedom member, you don't pay $15.99, you pay the lower price, and it's a delivered price as well. But you can choose any 3, and as Matthew was saying, he'd recommend the red, the yellow, that one,
That's the one. And the blue.
And the blue, that one there.
That's it.
So those
so they're primary colours, and you can mix hundreds from those three. Greens, greys, browns, oranges.
Okay. But there are, of course, lots of other colours to choose from on the website as well. How to pick and mix. This is how it works. You go to the website, you see what's in the show. It offers you the option of seeing the products that are in the show that you're watching right now. And then, of course, the pick and mix will be there for you to see. So all you've got to do is look at the natural red, natural blue, and we're going to select natural grey. Okay, those are the three that we've decided we want. We see it, it's in our basket. It shows you the three colours that you've selected, and it shows you the price. Now, obviously, if you are spending more than £60, you can have the option of a flexi order. If you're spending less than that, then of course it's one payment today, £15.99. No P&P if you're a Freedom member, or plus the P&P if you are not. But that's the way that it works. Dead easy. It'll be in your basket there for about 10 minutes. So check out before it expires. Otherwise, it goes back into stock. Okay, which sometimes can happen if you get distracted or whatever. Natural red, natural blue, natural grey, that's what we wanted, and it's £15.99 the price. But of course, the one-day special is what this hour is dedicated to mostly, and it's great for those of you maybe that have bought Matthew's book for in the past and have thought, I want to do another picture now, I want to do something else. This is all about the Amalfi coastline. Now, the DVD is 140-odd minutes of tutorial from Matthew. He's very, very easy to watch, he's very easy to follow, and he's very inspirational as well, and explains everything in plain and simple English, which is nice. There's no kind of technical gobbledygook about him at all. And it's exclusive to us too. You will not find this anywhere else, and only for the one-day special as well. But that is the painting that you can create by following Matthew's tips and advice. And sometimes he'll show you things and show you ways of doing things that you thought, really? I never knew that. Like, for example, using the craft knife to create that look of sparkling water. I'd never seen that technique before until Matthew showed it to me, and I was blown away by it, but it's so effective. That is the picture that you can end up making, and all the techniques and tips for mountains, for sky, for sea, for buildings and so on, all of that you'll learn in this one-day special, and you can of course then take those techniques and those skills to other pictures that you do in the future. But with the one-day special, you get the DVD, you get this fantastic bespoke paintbrush that obviously Matthew was talking about and describing a few minutes ago. You get your craft knife down there as well for doing those fantastic effects. You get your 2 tubes of light skin tone and dark skin tone, plus you get your 5 sheets of that cotton watercolour paper. So, should be $52.39. Today, it is only $29.99. Half the stock has gone in an hour and 15 minutes of airtime. It's only been on the air between 6 and 7 and now. So, very, very quick and very, very popular. Is the stock going to last the day? 197,796 gets you the one-day special. So that is 197,796. Pop it in your basket today and we'll get it to you as quickly as possible. And it may well be that now, obviously, we're coming into autumn and winter, you're thinking about maybe spending a bit more time indoors, and you're looking maybe for a pastime and a hobby, then this is a great way of filling your time and getting something so rewarding out of it, and that wonderful sense of achievement. Now, this is what Matthew brought to us last time he was here. I did the show with you, and the book was brand new. It sold out, didn't it?
It did, yeah. It was the one-day special back in July, and that was kind of the launch for it, and it went crazy because I've put 3 years of work into that, you know, and it's rammed with tips, tricks, techniques. It's 140 plus pages. There is well over 50 step-by-step tutorials in this.
Wow.
It starts off with the little mini things, how to draw, how to translate photographs, how to mix colours, how to take those 3 colours, how to do skies. We can see here, look, we're building up a picture from scratch, painting this winter landscape, using masking fluid there, how to do a dry stone wall. Look, beautiful section on skies, flowing water, trees of all seasons. But you pretty much soon get into this section where the blank pages are, and these, as you remember, Dave, these are the kind of fold-out tracings for the pictures. 6 full watercolours following that recipe. My plain and English language, nothing technical in there, folks. And there's winter scenes, there's a New York autumnal scene, boat and harbour scene there, Central Park's in there. So there's 6 of those for you.
That's the Central Park, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Fabulous.
One of my favourite pictures, and everything is photographed in step-by-step detail. In fact, we've actually got 2 of the original paintings on the easel just to your left there, which are the ones that are out of the book. So the first large project is this nighttime snow scene, which I love. I love the atmosphere. You've got a tracing for this. It shows you every brush stroke. It's all in there. It's all textured. And then at the back of this, if I just move that one to one side, we can see that we've got this wonderful Northumberland scene of Craster, of a step-by-step lesson, the boats, the buildings, the skies. It's a wonderful book. I encourage you to go for it. I've put a lot of work into this.
Well, you're getting the book, and also you're getting the watercolour painting book and DVD as well. So this is does this complement the book? Or?
It does.
Right.
The scene of Craster that we just have on the easel, that is repainted and filmed, and it's on over 60 minutes. It'll take you through that. So you've got written and video, but then you've also got a wonderful 30-minute lesson that was filmed in the woods, which sounds a bit weird, but it was the Bluebell Woods that we went in Derbyshire, part of Sherwood Forest, and it's a live video of how to paint a woodland from scratch, the trees, the branches. But then we talk about something called pencil and wash and pen and wash. There's 4 lessons, 95 minutes on there.
Well, we're getting busy for this as well.
It's a good package, that, and it's a good price as well.
It's a great coffee table read as well. If you just have 5 or 10 minutes to sit down and just have a flick and think, oh, that's the next painting I want to create. And you cover all sorts of things. It's not just landscapes, it's all sorts of different types of painting.
It is. I think you can almost treat this book as a companion. Keep it in your art bag, get it out, use it. If you think, oh, how do I mix this colour? Oh, Matthew's book tells me. It's a guide, folks. It really is.
Okay, well, it's sold out before. We've got it back in stock today. Grab it while we've got it. I don't know if it's going to last the day. £20.99 saves you £7.60 off the price, down from £28.59. But you do get the DVD and the book together as well. 140698. Actually, if you're going for the one-day special and you can go for that maybe at the same time, money very well spent, and you'll have a really comprehensive kind of tutorial from Matthew and lots of different types of picture. Okay, now other things that we've got for you in the show. This is our Matthew Palmer branch and detail brush set. So this is a duo set, remember. They are £19.99 if you'd like to go for those today. So you get both sizes of that, don't you?
You do, yeah. So in the one-day special we've got the large, but this is both. This is the large and small. Again, previously sold out. It's back in stock again. And there's this is the set for going from your size 10 to your 0, that's your large brush, but the small one is a size 8 down to a 00, so you get really fine.
Well, 40% of the stock went on this as well earlier today, so if you'd like to grab that, £19.99, and it's yours, 554007. And also our accessory bundle that Matthew's put together. This is proving popular. This is the non-spill pot, so if you're a little bit clumsy like me and you're always knocking things over, this is a good one to go for. Plus you've also got, of course, your brush holder, and you've got your watercolour tin as well. Is that for brushes then, the tin? Or?
The tin is the exact size of the watercolour tubes, and you can fit 10 tubes in that tin.
So for the paint, not for the brushes?
Yeah, it's like a nice storage tin. And of course, the brush holder is nice, because I use one of those in my studio, because a mistake a lot of people make, and we'll just mention this, is that people leave the brushes like that. Yeah. And that's a bad thing, because what happens is that wonderful point goes like that, goes curly.
But also,
and you don't want a curly point, do you?
Well.
There's nothing worse than a curly point. But if you do happen to get a curly point, dunk the brush in some really hot water and it kind of rejuvenates it.
Okay.
That's one of the hundreds of tips in the book and the DVD.
Yes.
It's all there for you.
Now, you dry that off in between demos?
It's nice and dry, it's nice and flat. The paint just goes all like a satin matte finish when it dries. It just changes so much. Let's just talk about the branch and detail brush. The large one is included, of course, in the one-day special.
So that brush is a different size to the duo?
No, this is included in the duo as well.
Right.
So there's large and small in the duo, but this is the large on its own, which I believe individually, and I might be wrong, is around the £13–14 mark just for that brush.
Right.
So...
Yeah, £13.99 is for that brush.
So you're getting great value, you know. I mean, all these, the one-day special is a super price, it really is. Yeah, so the way to use this brush then, folks, is to dunk it in the water, wipe off the excess on the side of the water pot. Let's go for the dark skin tone. You kind of bend it and you stick it in. You get that nice blob of juicy colour. I want to put it over the top of the grey. I want to mix it in so it's loading up the reservoir. I'm then going to put some of the grey with it, like we did before, natural grey from the pick and mix. I'll put that in. You could also add blue if you've got some blue watercolour. That'll do the same job. So it's making like a dark brown, really. So that's loaded. I always run it over the side because it's kind of feeding the tip. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So now what you've got is a paintbrush, but also in some respects it's a pen. It's loaded. It's full. Now I want to bring some branches into this. Now I want to bring them coming in like overhanging. So I want to lay the brush almost flat, and I'm going to bring it in and gradually lift it up so it tapers. So that's a nice fine branch.
Look at the precision you've got with
now
that.
I can keep going with this. I can keep adding as many of these as I like. But notice what I'm doing, folks. I'm actually resting on my paper and I'm holding it right near the tip, and that's quite important because I don't want to be holding the brush there because you can't control the pressure. So if you treat it almost as though it's a pen and actually write with it or draw with it, and it allows you to really keep going, adding branches and the nice kind of silhouette branches of a tree. Now obviously if we're talking about a tree, we should be thinking about adding a few little bits of leaves to this. You could simply spot them in if you wanted to. If you get a bit of a nervous shake or something, which when you see that white piece of paper, sometimes I think people do have that. But notice there's no sketching involved on these pictures that we do on the channel. So you can just literally just go for it.
But in the book, remember, you do have those well, I suppose you call them, well, they're not stencils, are they? But they're
like a tracing, isn't it? Or like a pre-drawn, So
that gives you the sense of dimension and proportion and all of that. So that's really handy to have if you're a total beginner.
Yeah, and the great thing about those is that some people don't like the idea of tracing, but you don't have to use it. You can sketch your own if you want to. So a little bit of a spot and a splatter is what I'm looking at here. In fact, talking about splattering, if I turn it this way, we could actually do a little bit of that as well, which gives a more random effect. Can you see? I'm sort of,
I like that.
because it's a long hair, it's natural hair, it's a nice kind of springy, and it makes it look a little bit more natural, more realistic. So we've got an overhanging tree. And what I want to do now is I want to tape off more masking tape, because remember all this is nice and dry. Take the stickiness away from it, wipe the moisture from the brow, run it over. It's a warm studio. Run it over, and then we're going to pop this probably about there.
And it's not special artist's tape, it's just
masking
tape.
It's masking tape. This brown one is the one I use and I get in for myself, but a good quality masking tape, and you'll know if it's good because if it doesn't come off but comes off when you want it to, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Something that we've actually also got available today is this monster brush. This is a super brush. It's the SAA Gold Flat. Now what gold means is it's a Kolinsky hair mixed with a synthetic. This is a big brush. If we compare that to the branching detail, we can see this. This is a good, high-quality brush.
Now, we've got this one on a very, very good introductory price, actually, saving you £13. It's £29.50. Why would someone want a brush that big, though?
OK, so if you're painting big watercolours, big skies, or a flat brush is quite unique, because a flat brush like this allows you, if I take some natural grey, it allows me to do a big block, but if you do it like this, it gives you thin lines.
Right.
So it's quite a multi-purpose. Now what I want to try and do in the next 30 minutes is paint a Westminster skyline of Parliament with this brush, OK?
Oh.
And we'll start off with the most famous bit of the Westminster skyline, which is probably the tower. Elizabeth's Tower, is it?
I think it is, isn't it? With
most people call it Big Ben, but obviously that's the bell.
I think it is.
So I want to use this to do
the scaffolding as well.
Put the scaffolding on as well. I'm going to do a fairly clean edge. Now I'm using this to block it in. Now I'm using natural grey on its own. It's the most useful of all the colours. I'm going to block it in. I think it was renamed Elizabeth's Tower around the Queen's centenary or whatever it was. 2012, there we go.
So that was the Diamond Jubilee, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right, it was renamed. Now if I use this on the side, you can see I can very quickly add thin lines of all that fancy detail that you've got on Parliament. There's all sorts of buildings down the side, so you can start to see what we're looking at. You can start to see it happening, can't you? So it's a quality brush. It's a huge brush, and and it's mixed with natural hair, which means it's going to do some serious work for you, and it's a brush that will last you a lifetime, because it's not a brush that you need to abuse, really. You know, it's just a nice soft brush, and I love how you can make clean straight lines out of it.
Look at that.
But you could also stipple it a little bit.
Right.
So if I take some of the grey and give it a stipple, can you see it breaks the hairs a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
See that? Which means you can do a little bit of sort of tree stuff, because there's a few parks and things around embankments, isn't there?
Yeah, there are.
In London.
Mm-hmm.
So we can do a little bit of a park to the side. You could even put a few little bits of... So I've sort of broken the hairs, put some extra little bits of leaf on. So that's given me a very quick block. But what I need to do, really, pop that brush away and pick up the star of the show, which is the branching detail brush, which is in the one day special. And now it's time for it to shine, because now you can do all those interesting little bits, like the top of the tower, which of course is a little bit wider. We can tidy up by using the point of this brush.
It's phenomenal detail. It really
if I just pop a thin... Look how sharp that is.
Yeah.
I mean, that is almost like a pinprick there. If I just put a thin line down there, and I can make it look as though it's got that nice... And I can add little tiny bits of detail. But what I want to do really is let that dry for a few minutes, then we'll come back to it.
Okay.
And that'll give us time to add some extra little bits of detail.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what we'll do. While we're waiting for that to dry, which won't take too long, have a little look at this, because this is, again, a little bit more about the one-day special and what you can be making from it. It's not going to give you, of course, the Westminster skyline. It will give you this wonderful Amalfi coastline picture, which you can create with what's in the one-day special and with, of course, the hints and tips from Matthew. Brilliant, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant. And remember, the DVD is exclusive to us. You can't buy this anywhere else, and it is a limited edition. It will not be available anywhere. So if you want to be able to paint this wonderful image of the Amalfi coastline there, that is what this DVD is going to allow you to achieve. And even if you've never had an artistic encounter in your life, or you've never picked up a paintbrush before, Matthew is going to inspire you. He's going to show you how you can create wonderful natural looking water scenes, wonderful natural looking mountain scenes, how you can paint structures and architecture and buildings. All of that can be done, and it's all on that 140-minute DVD that is coming in the one day special today. Now, as well as that, which is the key thing, you're also getting some extra special tools. Now, that brush that obviously we've just been using there on that Westminster skyline a few minutes ago, that is incredibly unique and very, very different. It is included, worth $13.99, in with your one day special today. It did sell out individually. We have it available here for you in the one day special. With that, you also get the craft knife, which is basically allowing you to scrape the paper once you've actually painted it. And that then achieves the look of glistening water, possibly in the sunrise or sunset or something. If you look at this picture here, this is the one that you're going to be painting. You can see all the white glistening elements of the water there. That's achieved by scraping with the craft knife. So really unusual technique, but it really does give you a very, very effective finish. And then you've also got your 2 watercolour tubes as well. You've got the light skin tone and you've got the dark skin tone. And don't think of it as just being basically for portraits. These colours are really handy and really useful. If you look again at this lovely Rome sunset that you can see here, this is the light skin tone that Matthew's used in the background, and of course the darker skin tone he's used there on the buildings as well. So it is a very, very useful couple of colours to have. And you get your 5 sheets of the cotton paper, and that's all wrapped up for $29.99. So if you've been thinking about taking up painting as a pastime, as a hobby, or maybe even as a career move, then this is a great set to go for. $197,796, and at 8:35 at night, half the entire one-day special stock has gone. You're saving £22.40. $197,796, and it's on its way to you today. Okay, so we've also got our accessories, which I can remind you of as well. Now, the accessories, you've got here your metal tin, which you can store, of course, your paints in. Perfect size for the paints. You've also got your non-spill jar or pot, so that means you're not going to knock things over accidentally. And you've also, of course, got here your brush holder as well. All 3 of those together, only £9.99. Very good price for that. We've also got, of course, the 2 pencils, the duo of paint brushes. You've got the larger and you've got the smaller. The larger one is what comes in with the one-day special, but if you just want the paint brushes on their own, the branch and detail brush set, both of them together are just £19.99, and that's for the large and the small. And then, as well as that, we've also, of course, got the large brush that Matthew was using to do that fantastic Westminster skyline a few minutes ago. Great for, obviously, backgrounds and washes and skies and things like that, but also great for detail work if you use it vertically. £29.50, £13 as you're saving off the price, down from £42.50 to £29.50, and that's available in the show today as well. 685048. Now, the paints, busy for these are pick and mix paints. It may well be that you've run out, or you know that a colour is getting quite low. You can choose any 3 or 3 the same. It's up to you. You can pick and mix whatever colours you need for $15.99, but that's actually got a Freedom discounted price on as well. So if you are a Freedom member, you save even more. You'll get them for £14.39 delivered, okay? And if you are starting out, what Matthew recommended you go for was the red, the yellow and the blue, which you can of course go for because they're primary colours and you can mix them together very easy to make other colours. $14.39, but there's a whole selection there. You choose any 3 for that price. And this is how you can do the pick and mix. You can do it on the phone with the operator if you want to, or better still, do it on the website, which is hochanda.com. And there's lots of 5-star reviews for these paints as well, actually developed by Matthew. So just basically pick and click on the colours you want, add it to your basket. It then shows you a picture of what you've selected, shows you the price, and then of course you can then check out. Now I've only got about 20 minutes left on the show, so high time we cracked on with a bit more demo from Matthew, which is what you want to see, not hear me talk. Now look at that, no mistaking.
It's nice and dry, and this is iconic, isn't it? But it's worth saying that I've not put any more colour on this. It's still as it was, and I've just to show you that I can go back into these branches, because remember that this was a mix of the dark skin and the grey, but now I'm just using grey on its own, and that's given me levels of branches, you know, branches that are further away. But I mean, it's great. But if I do load up the brush, just to show people at home, just use the grey, I'll do the job. I'm just going to load it up. This is the one-day special brush. Again, on its own, almost £14. We'll take a piece of scrap paper, and just to show you how this thing will go. If this was a standard detail brush, this would have run out probably about here somewhere. But I mean, this thing will seriously keep going.
It's like the bulb is acting like a well, isn't it? It's
exactly.
Drinking in the paint.
But it's also got that nice taper.
Yeah.
So you can go from thick to thin.
Can you actually write with it if you want to?
Well, I actually sign my pictures with it.
Good idea.
Which is, it's better to use a brush to sign it, because it won't fade. If you use a pen or pencil, you know, there's a chance of it fading.
Good point.
Good point, like it. Let's, no pun intended. Let's take the masking tape off, and you can see that we've got this clean edge. That's the cleanest the Thames has ever looked, I think.
Yeah, I think I agree with you.
Which means it needs a reflection, which we can do. Let's come back to the big brush that we did the background with. Well, I want to use this large 38mm flat brush, which I love, by the way. I love that it's for doing nice big watercolours. I want to wet the water, because you can't beat wet water. So I want to wet it.
No, I can't be doing with the dry water.
No, it's
rough stuff. That.
Wet water's underrated, really. So I'm going to bring it through. So this is like I did with the sky. I'm wetting it. And then I want to pop that brush away and I want to come back to the branching detail brush. And I want to sort of lean this way a bit because I want to be in line with this. So hopefully I'm not in the way of the shot. But I'm going to drop in a reflection and make it look as though it's reflecting. But because the background is damp, it's kind of spreading. Can you see the reflection starting to appear? Now, I'm picking out the larger areas, but then I want to go horizontal. So I'm making use of the nice 0 point of this brush. And I'm doing ripples and movement. But it's the same strength of grey I use here, but because it's damp, it's lighter, which is perfect for reflections. So you can see I'm starting to create this effect. So I've gone from a vertical or a downward stroke into a nice horizontal stroke, and I'll put a few in the foreground. And so I want to go a little bit thicker with the grey now. So this is just natural grey. Again, this was the first colour. This was the one that inspired my natural range. It's a mix of all 3 colours. The book will show you how to mix this colour, but the problem is that you don't get the same tone every time.
Right.
This is pre-made grey, natural grey. It really is the most common of all of the colours that we do because it's just everywhere. It's amazing what you can do with natural grey. You can do monochromes, black and whites, shadows. Everything has a shadow, yeah?
Yeah.
So it's really important to get that nice effect.
So a really important colour to add to your collection if you can.
Absolutely. I'm going to turn it this way just for a second because what I want to do is I want to just make the tower, which is kind of the focal point, a little bit thicker. So it's sometimes easier to change directions on your paper, so don't be afraid to rotate it around a little bit. So
there's no mistaking what that's supposed to be though, is there?
Yeah, you can see that.
Yeah.
But what we can actually do, which is quite nice, is we can actually use the brush in a different way. If we clean it, we'll take a little bit of kitchen paper or something similar, a bit of water. Now what's missing from this, of course, is the famous clock. So I'm going to put a little bit of a spot there. I'm going to dab it. That's water. Just an impression of. Just an impression of. Now if you look close enough, because it's a branching detail brush, you could put the time on, and the time is currently almost 9:15. Almost 9:15. I'm also going to use it as well, just with water, just to put a couple of little lines down, because obviously this thing's a 3-dimensional object. If I was to bring a couple of lines down and dab those off, can you see it's kind of put the corner on?
Yeah.
And I could add a few more of these little bits and bobs just randomly. This is taking the colour off. You know we said at the beginning that watercolour paint's fugitive. This is the same as reactivating your palette, really.
Right.
But I'm just obviously lifting the colour out. And I can just put lots of little random things, because the Parliament buildings are stunning, aren't they, to see? You know,
totally,
they really are
absolutely.
impressive, you know. Very, very fancy, detailed areas. We've got the craft knife again. Now,
First time you showed me this technique, it really blew me away.
Yeah, but for this, I mean, as well as using it in the water, in fact, I'll tell you what, it's better to dry it first.
Right.
If you scrape it when it's damp, it doesn't work as well. It does work, but it's better just to give it a brief blast with a dryer.
Okay.
There we go. Now I want to use this, and I'm going to put some horizontal lines. I mean, instantly, with a light tickle over the surface, it just lifts out. And we can see how nice that is. You know, all the way along Embankment is little street lamps, so you could use that knife to actually... So you can do little flicks, and you can see it's putting little bits of light and street lamps.
When I saw that, I thought, oh, you'd obviously gone over with like a very fine brush with white paint or whatever. But no, it's not always a case of what you put onto a picture; it's what you remove, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, which is something that you don't see artists do a lot.
No.
But it's something that I've done quite a lot. Because in my early days of painting, I used to paint a lot of flowers, and taking colour out was a way of capturing the translucent petals. But you see, just putting some lines down there, it's scraping a bit of colour off. Because if you look at Elizabeth's Tower, or Big Ben, you'll see that it's made up of lots of vertical lines. So that's adding a bit of detail. And again, it just adds a bit of interest to it. And as far as a watercolour's concerned, if we take off this picture, we can do a bit more to this painting, but I'm just going to take that off, and you can see that that's given us, you could call it a finished picture.
I'll tell you what, if I'd done that, I'd be over the moon with that. And it is achievable. It's just having a little bit of belief in yourself, I suppose. Having the tutorial from Matthew. Obviously, this particular one isn't on the DVD, but what you're looking at there is a completely separate picture. But the basics are the same, and these tutorials are very much the same.
It is, absolutely. And the thing is, the DVD that's in the one-day special will show you the sky, it'll show you the water, plus a stack more.
Well, let's have a little look at that DVD. Obviously, yours is going to have sound on it. We can't play you the sound through the television, but it shows you how close the camera work gets, how detailed, over-the-shoulder shots of Matthew showing you all these different techniques for obviously making the water look realistic, making the rocks, making the building look realistic, the sky, the foliage, all those sort of things. Everything is covered. And what I love about this DVD is that it's a one-off. It's an exclusive to us. You won't find it anywhere else. But you can make this picture yourself from start to finish. He shows you everything you need to know, whether you watch it first and then maybe paint along in real time after you've watched it through once, or maybe you go straight in. It's entirely up to you. Matthew probably recommends that you watch it first at your leisure and then take and absorb as much of that information in as you can, and then start to paint along with him in real time. And it won't be long before your picture starts to take shape and looks as good as his. So we're at the busiest point of the show right now. I've known for so many people taking up painting as something that maybe has been a lifelong ambition, but you've never been in the right place at the right time, or you couldn't commit to evening classes or anything like that. This is basically having the painter as your personal tutor at your command. Whether it's 9 o'clock in the morning, whether it's 10 p.m. at night, he'll be there on your TV to show you how to create this fantastic Amalfi Coast picture on the front of the DVD. But you get also not only the DVD, you also get, of course, the brush, the all-important brush that we've been talking about. You've got then obviously the craft knife there, which we used just to bring out some of that detail in Big Ben and the Parliament building a few minutes ago. And then also you've got the two watercolours there. You've got the light skin tones, and you've also got the darker skin tones as well, which are not just for skin, but also for scenes as well, as we showed you earlier on with that Rome scene. That was what was used in there. And then you get the 5 sheets of the cotton paper as well. So $197, $796. It's a great, great price today for the one-day special. It really is. $29.99. You should be paying that really for the DVD and the brush. So you're saving over 40% off the price, and well over half the stock is now gone. I know we're not on Freeview at this time of night, but we're still having a very busy show, and we'll be having busy shows during the day tomorrow. The next live show after this one will be the 9 a.m. But of course this show gets repeated through the night, again at I think it's 10 o'clock and then midnight and 6 a.m. as well. So lots of chances to see this repeated through the night. So what stock update we'll have at 9 a.m. tomorrow is anybody's guess. $29.99 is your price for the one-day special. Now, of course, on the website, hochanda.com, you've got lots of other things there as well, including the mask away, including other accessories from Matthew. And don't forget that book, the watercolour painting book, step-by-step guide, and that DVD as well. That's there. That was it's only about £1 more than what it was when it was a one-day special. So if you didn't see that last time, still an amazing price on that at £20.99. People who've already got it, 5 5-star reviews there for that. So that's saying something, actually, that 5 people have taken the time to actually, review it for us. There we are, really nice palette, and the book is so detailed. Obviously, the palette came with it when it was a one-day special. Haven't looked at the DVD yet, but found the book very good. As always, he explains everything very well. Excellent product and good for the price. So yeah, go for it. Order it today. It is there, book and DVD together. Okay, Matthew, you've got 7 minutes left.
Marvellous. Speed painting then,
doing 7 minutes.
I think we can do like a little vignette kind of thing just here, like a faded edge. I always think of vinaigrette when I say that, so I have to be careful. So we'll do a little vignette. No, we'll not do that. So let's think, how could we create a nice little mini scene, very quickly? Well, what I want to do is I want to actually bring in this big brush again. Yep. I want to use it just for a second, and I want to use the light skin tone. Let's bring the palette. Palette could be anything, folks. Porcelain plate. Now,
we haven't got stock of your palette at the moment, no?
I believe it's out of stock at the minute.
Right,
so
we'll try and get some.
Unfortunately, no, we haven't. Light skin tone makes a good terracotta if you use it thick, and you'll see in the DVD that we talk about that. Now, if I was to do... Now, this is a bit of, can you guess kind of what it is thing. Any ideas? Let's put a line across there.
Is it an object or building? Thatched roof?
Yeah, we're getting there. Yeah, it's a bit of an old rustic sort of tin, like an old rustic tin roof. Now, I'm using this flat edge of this brush, so it is a really powerful little brush for doing the work, okay? Yeah. So imagine like a rusty old barn, kind of thing, yeah? Clean the brush again. This is the large brush. We'll take the grey that we've been using here, natural grey, and I'm going to turn it this way. Hopefully that doesn't confuse too much, and we'll just put a little bit of a line here and just there. Now you'll see where I'm going with this very shortly.
I suppose if people don't want to take the leap and do a complete picture straight away, they can start off doing little things like this, doing buildings and doing a tree, and then just...
I've got vivid memories of when I was a little sprog, and I used to go camping with my parents, and we used to go out, and I'd be sat just painting trees and figures and, you know, things like that. I'm going to turn it that way a second. Sorry.
Did you know then, when you were, as you say, a sprog, that you were going to be an artist? Or?
Well, obviously not necessarily doing it as a career, because I started painting when I was, you know, very young. See the little barn there. But I always thought, you know, I'd like to do this as a career.
So now you not only obviously paint and sell your paintings, you do holidays, don't you?
Holidays, workshops, lessons, all over the country. Demonstrate it. And it's been nice over the past couple of years that I've been working with Hochanda to actually meet lots of your viewers at workshops days. I did a workshop at Guildford on Saturday, and there was about 45 people there, and there was about 7 or 8 people that got into painting because of Hochanda.
Oh, that's great.
So that's a wonderful little bit of feedback.
And Doreen actually emailed in during the 6 o'clock show. She said, I attended Matthew's workshop on Saturday in Guildford, and it has to be said, right from the first time I picked up the courage to have a go, I've never been disappointed with any of the paintings that I've actually achieved under his tuition.
Wow,
how about that?
Wonderful, excellent. Thanks for that, Doreen. It's nice to hear a little feedback, you know, little things like that.
Well, I think painting can be intimidating. There's an awful lot of kind of snobbery around it sometimes, isn't there?
There is, yeah.
You can take that out of it, which I love, so...
Yeah, I mean, I was baffled. I mean, I'm very much a self-taught artist, you know, so I've learnt all these techniques myself because, yeah, the snobbery thing, you know, sometimes can be a little bit daunting. So I'm just going to paint with the branching detail brush. So I'm just going to pop in like a little bit of an open area. Now, to make something look open, you do it as an outline, but you block in one half of it, like this. And then what you do is you clean the brush. This is the branch brush from the One Day Special.
Yep.
Wipe it on the tissue, and then just use a little bit of water just to give it a soften. And if you look at that, you can almost see inside it.
Oh yeah,
you can
inviting you in, isn't it?
Exactly. You can waddle into that little old rustic barn, and I'll put like a little bit of a terracotta coloured, you know, lintel or whatever you call it. But yeah, so a simple little exercise, but hopefully that's something that you could put in a snow scene or a, you know, a nice country scene or something.
Brilliant. Well, lots of tips on the show, but of course the most important thing is to go for the One Day Special, because you're going to get the brush, you're going to get 2 of the skin tone colours to get you started, plus the paper, and the most important thing, the limited edition exclusive DVD. That one has been done just for us, and it's 140 minutes of tutorial, and it doesn't assume that you know anything really, does it? It takes you right from basics.
It starts at the beginning, gives you the sketch, takes you through every brush stroke, and nothing is cut out as well. That's important to say. Excellent. Every brush stroke, the camera is directly overhead, so no hands get in the way. Everything's there for you. Every colour mix, every brush stroke.
Also, could I personally recommend the book and the DVD that's there as well at £20.99. That is a brilliant book. Matthew and I launched this last time he was here. It's sold out. It's covering how many different projects you say is in the book?
There's over 50 little projects, but there's 6 large pictures of this standard.
Right. Wow. So that book and that DVD, well worth it. The DVD is not a repeat of what you're getting today. It's a different DVD. But yeah, go for those three, or go for those two things maybe, the DVD and the book and the one-day special, and you'll be sorted. And if you're thinking about possibly getting these as gifts for someone for the festive season, what better to give? And it's not going to break the bank. You're saving £22.40 by ordering it today, off what the price should be. And you know that Mia Matthew's going to be here now and in the future with us at Hochanda. You've been with us, what, since the start, roughly?
3 years nearly.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow, wow.
almost. Getting there.
So, you know, he's always here every few months. So we always want to see what you've done as well. So when you've done something with Matthew's tuition from a one-day special or whatever, always send a copy of it so we can show everybody else what you've achieved with Matthew's tuition. That'd be fantastic, wouldn't it?
It's great to see what people do, and just to hear feedback, it's wonderful. It really is.
Or maybe tomorrow, if you've just heard us say that, I thought, oh, I would have done that if I'd realised. Send it in the live show tomorrow or overnight, and then we can show people what you've been doing in previous Matthew Palmer one-day specials. Because that's really when you're here, isn't it, when it's a one-day special? So.
Yeah, exactly. I only come every few months, you know. I mean, they soon fly around, but yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Well, it's good to see you. And Matthew's back live at 9 o'clock in the morning. If you've missed the show, you can watch it again on repeat at 10 o'clock, I think midnight, and also 6 a.m. tomorrow morning as well. I'll see you for breakfast in the morning with Craft Price Drop at 7 a.m. Have a nice night. Thanks for watching. Yeah, so she's here, she's loose, and she's next. That's a repeat from last week's show. Matthew Palmer one-day special repeat. The last